Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Hooligans here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon in Mount Ethan, New Jersey. We're at the Real Talk Studios. I'm here with Scotty, and I'm here with Ralphie behind the ones and twos. This episode is brought to you Gibson Mayer LLC, Certified Public Accountants, 301 Oxford Valley Road, Yardley, Pennsylvania, 215-369-3300. Okay, so last week's Eagles game, Eagles vs. Carolina. Let's recap this a little bit. Scotty, I'm going to start with you because I have a lot on my mind, and I just want to get your opinion first. What do you think?
I think we all have a lot on our mind after that devastating travesty of a game last week. Now, I'm a little sick today. I'm going to do the best I can. My throat probably going to crack a little bit, but here,
okay.
Hooligan show must go on. We're not calling Robin for a replacement, so I'm here. Let's go. All right, Eagles-Panthers. Where do you to begin with this game? So much blame to go around. Every fucking asset of the team deserves blame. In my opinion, the biggest person to blame is Carson Wentz and Doug Peterson. You can take your pick. The quarterback is number one, so I'm blaming Carson Wentz. To only score 17 points in a 2018 NFL football game is pathetic, unacceptable. It's a joke.
Yep.
It's a flat-out joke. And then to have multiple opportunities in the fourth quarter when you see your defense, first of all, you know your defense is shit. They're just holding on for dear life. They played an outstanding game for 3 quarters. I mean, you got to give them to them. Now, I know you don't like Cam Newton. I like Cam Newton.
Shredded us yesterday.
I don't think he's a fucking bomb. I think he's a former league MVP. But to see your defense struggle and giving up 3 straight touchdowns in less than 5 minutes, and you can't put a fucking field goal at least on the board, is fucking disgusting, and the fans deserve to say whatever they want. They're allowed to never get over this game because it was that bad. I mean, yes, we're going to go week by week on to the next one, but that was a fucking disgrace.
It was a disgrace, and I couldn't agree more. Now, I was at the game. So in the fourth quarter, everyone's telling me, my friend keeps texting me, what do I think about the atmosphere there? Do I think it's loud? Do I think that it just seems different because we won the Super Bowl and they're not really into it as much? No, it was loud for a majority of the game. I'm not going to lie to you. But when it was 17-0 and the special teams started dancing in the huddle, I was like, all right, they're getting a little bit cocky. Maybe next year's coming back. And that's when I posted on Twitter that Carson Wentz could be back to MVP caliber form. No, not the case. To be honest with you, I was really disgusted by that last drive. And now, going up to that last drive, he played absolutely phenomenal. All right? Now,
should have scored more points, though. There's a lot of opportunities for more points, and they didn't punch their ticket.
Right. And as much as I want to blame the defense, I can't do it. Because, like he said, 17 points is not enough in the NFL, especially at home. You're supposed to put your pedal to the metal at all times. You're not supposed to stop. You're not supposed to let up. And when the Carolina Panthers scored on us, we didn't counter it either time. Like, what was it, 1, 2, 3? 3 times? 4 times?
They scored 3 times in the fourth.
Yeah, we didn't counter it. We went 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. So how much do you expect the defense to do if we're not doing our job on offense? I think a lot of people in the city just –
and I've heard so much blame on the defense all week. I mean, like, I don't get it. The secondary's ass.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got major injuries, too, on the defense now. But safety, Derek Barnett's gone. So it's like, for me, defense, they do what they can do. You have to score to win.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand
the concept,
or you don't understand the mentality. Like, I don't get it. People are like, want this to be a dominant defense. Yes, the defense was great last year besides the playoffs, the Super Bowl more specifically, but the offense has to show up. I mean, you have Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
He has to show up every week.
Yeah, no, you nailed it. You have Carson Wentz. He performed like an MVP the whole game. Now, Ralphie, I want to get your opinion on what you thought about Carson Wentz last week as a whole, because I'm gonna say my opinion afterwards.
Well, for the last 2 minutes of the game, he was spectacular.
Yeah.
He only missed 5 throws throughout the whole entire game. It's just that, I guess he wanted to hit the home run shot, and just go for the kill shot instead of checking it down, which would have been the smartest play in the entire world. Because you throw it down the small wood, down the flats, he literally probably walks into the end zone.
Yeah,
right there. And
Also,
And
I'm tired of them throwing bombs on like 3rd and 2, 4th and 2. Like fucking pick up the first down and keep the chains moving. I've seen that way too much this year.
That's where Frank Wright comes in, and that's
You
why
know?
we're missing him.
It's like it's not that hard. You know, if you want to take a shot like 4th and 10, you have to take a shot, but get the fucking 2 yards and live another day.
No, and I love this excuse. I like, Smallwood dropped it last year, so maybe Wentz doesn't rely on him.
He was
He
wide
was the
fucking
open guy. He was the wide open guy. If he drops it, at least you did the right play. Like,
Yeah, how's that Wentz's fault?
that's not Wentz's fault. You know,
Yeah.
he was wide open. That's not an excuse.
He's your starting running back right now. It's all you fucking got. So,
Exactly.
I mean, next man up mentality. I guess that went out the window too.
It went out the window. And listen, I like Carson Wentz. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people know me for like my love for Nick Foles, whatever. But Carson Wentz, I'm giving you a true analysis. The guy played spectacular through 3/4 of the game, and then disappeared when you needed him the most.
All you needed
He
was
completely
you
disappeared.
needed one more touchdown. That was it.
That's it. And everyone likes to say, oh, the defense gave up all these points. You threw all of that behind you when you were on the 22-yard line with 4 downs, 2 timeouts, and a minute to go. You threw all of that out the window. It was 4-down territory, and you looked miserable. 2 of those plays should have been easily picked off. The second one definitely should have been picked off, but he dropped it. You had Smallwood wide open on the left side of the field, and then you fumble the ball. It's perfect Carson Wentz right there. Perfect Carson Wentz.
It was bad. It's probably one of the lowest points we've had in years, right? Especially with Wentz. Probably Wentz's worst sequence of plays.
Yeah,
besides his rookie year, but
everyone tells me the whole offseason, all right, Carson Wentz, if he was playing for us in the Super Bowl, we would have won by a lot more. Well, after what I saw last Sunday, no, we wouldn't have.
I mean, I'm not going to go that far.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll never know what Wentz would have done, but it's just like he just felt the pressure, obviously. I mean, there's no other way. I guess the line, I guess you could say, was collapsing on him.
Yeah.
But, like, do something else, dude. Do something better than that. Give somebody a chance.
It kills him inside that he didn't deliver the Super Bowl. And that's why he's trying so hard to make it his team. And he's trying too hard. He's trying to zero in on Wentz. He's trying to zero in on his targets because he knows these guys will catch the ball. And the problem is he's not playing his game because it's killing him inside. And I can see it. I've seen it from players for years. He wants to do it himself, and he's making bad plays because he doesn't trust certain players to make the plays. And that's a big problem when it comes to Carson Wentz. Do I think he could bounce back from this? He has a shot tomorrow in London.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't know. I really don't know.
You know what bothers me, really? They say it's so hard to win a game in the NFL. Well, it's harder to let up a 17-point lead if you're a good team.
Mm-hmm.
So that really fucking scares me because last year this would have never happened. We would have put the game away. You would have gave the ball to Blunt or, Clement. Someone to finish off, these long drives, run up the clock, take time off the clock. And the mentality's just not there. It's like you're just like, I don't want to use this term, but like deer in headlights, just like
Eli Manning.
Yeah, Wentz or Peterson, whatever, who's ever calling the plays. It's not this hard, but you fucking shit the bed last week.
Exactly.
And it's an unforgivable sin in my opinion.
And I'm the one guy that's going to criticize any player that doesn't play well. There's no savior in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wearing a Wentz jersey right now.
Yeah.
I love Wentz, but like I'm going to be fucking straight up honest with you.
No, I'm an Eagles fan. I'm about the wings on the helmet. I'm not about the player, all right? Even if Nick Foles played like that and played bad, I would bash him. I'm not going to lie to you. I wouldn't be like, oh, he won the Super Bowl last year. It doesn't matter.
And why are people blaming the defense? I watch shows all this week, not to call out this radio station, but a lot of defensive talking, not talking about Wentz. Why?
Because they love Carson
Wentz. But why
Wentz.
not defense though? They
Because
lit up 21 points.
You're
though.
gonna win scoring
but
17 points.
You went into the fourth quarter up 17-0.
Yeah, but you're gonna win scoring 17 points.
Yeah.
You know how bad Jalen Mills is.
Yeah, but you went into the fourth quarter up 17-0.
You know how bad
And
Jalen
blitz
Mills is, bro.
Shorts only blitzed one time in the fourth quarter.
Jalen Mills at this point in the season has given up 561 yards. 561. I don't think he gave up a touchdown. Did he give up a touchdown yet? But he's given up
I think he gave up one, maybe touchdown.
He's given up 561 yards in the open field this year.
It's just, have we ever won a game scoring 17
You
points?
can't rely on the defense. And people want to blame the defense, and they're blame.
No, for me, whenever they play well, that's like a blessing.
You know the defense isn't that good. Why aren't you trying to score more?
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly
At
the point I'm trying to bring up.
24, 27 points, something, dude.
People-
I mean, can't be in the fucking
People
10
always want
digits.
to bring up stats. Oh, Carson Wentz is great. Look at his stats. They're better than last year. Well, if you have the real eye test, he's not playing better than last year because stats don't matter. Wins do. And right now he is what, 2-3? I think that's accurate. Yeah. The wins aren't coming on the board.
Foles 1-1, yeah.
Foles 1-1. Wentz is 2-3. It doesn't matter because Wentz is the guy. I understand that, but the stats don't mean a goddamn thing. The defense, if you want to go stats-wise, is top 10 this year. All right, and we all know that's not
It
true.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So stop going off of stats. It doesn't matter. All right? We have a game in London tomorrow. We have a Blake Bortles coming up that was benched. He's probably pissed off, ready to go. The way our defense has been playing, that motherfucker, if he's on fire, is going to shred us. And guess what? It scares the living shit out of me because I know our offense hasn't been that good this year. And that if this offense doesn't come to play against the Jacksonville Jaguars defense that's ready to go in London because they fucking kick ass there, we're in trouble.
I'm scared now, dude.
We are in trouble.
I think it's definitely a toss-up game. You want to switch over to the Eagles-Jags preview for a little bit. I don't know, man. It's we don't know what to expect with this team. This team's so bipolar.
Yeah.
I don't think the Jaguars are necessarily they're like a 500 team to me right now.
Mhm.
But you have to show up.
Mhm.
You have to play 4 full quarters of. You can't beat any team the way you played last week.
No.
You know.
Yeah.
And Blake Bortles has been playing pretty shitty. They have Carlos Hyde they traded for. They're going back between Cody Kessler and Blake Bortles right now.
Yep.
But there's no excuse. I don't want you to make this guy look like a superstar. I know the last couple games he's played in London, he's like 3-0, 4-0, whatever. It's fucking Blake Bortles. You saw the Cowboys blow this team out. Yes, it was at home. The Texans just blew this team out last week. Can it not be us that they fucking have their breakout game and season turning around against? I fucking hate that shit.
Exactly. I don't like it
You
either.
know?
And you know what? I was actually bringing up something to Ralphie before the show started. This game to me doesn't really matter all that much when it comes to your positioning.
Yeah, no, you said that last night on the live stream.
Because if you go 4-4, yeah, that's cool, but it's against an AFC team. It helps you.
Still, we are in a fucking enough of a hole right now as it is.
We are in a
you
hole.
know?
I have the Cowboys game as a lock. I don't think the Cowboys are that good, and I think going back to the link, if we lose, we're not going to lose 3 in a row.
Even with Amari Cooper on Jalen Mills?
Who's throwing him the ball?
Dak, I guess, right?
But you do make a point. We have Jalen Mills covering him. So then again, you never know. But right now, I'm going to tell you guys, and try to save me. Make me believe, all right? I'm telling this to the Philadelphia Eagles. Make me believe, because this team is such a big drop-off from last year's team. It's not even close, all right?
Which doesn't make much sense because it still is mostly the core players. Yes, you lost your luxury pieces, I guess. Yeah. You could say Blunt's probably the biggest loss. But this week on fucking fucking WIP, whatever, I've been hearing we should have kept Vinny Curry, we should have kept Bow Allen. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Those players don't mean shit.
No, they don't. That's
you have
all
a great
right
D line. I don't understand the mentality. You should have kept fucking defensive linemen.
I thought we should have kept Patrick Robinson. That dude fits the scheme perfectly. And they just get rid of him and then rely on Jalen Mills and Sidney Jones, who's coming off an injury. Sidney Jones isn't even playing because he's fucking hurt. It's fucking brutal.
Yeah, the injuries haven't built up. I don't want to use them as an excuse because last year we had probably even more injuries. I mean, you lost your goddamn quarterback at the biggest position you could lose. So, you're hoping some of these guys can come back. I mean, I definitely think getting Sidney Jones back will help. Even Sproles, just to spice things up, I guess. And I know you think Sproles is done.
He's definitely done, yeah.
I think he'll come back eventually, but I don't know, man. And then the trade deadline, I guess it's on a Wednesday,
it's
Tuesday?
October 30th, this Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. So we'll see if Howie does anything before then.
I don't think Howie's going to do anything. I really don't. I now see what Howie sees. I think this team is too broken to fix. I don't think he's going to make a move for Le'Veon. I don't think he's going to make a move for Patrick Peterson. Fuck, I don't even think he's going to make a move for Shady because he thinks that one of these players won't make a difference. Because honestly, they might not. I'm being honest with you. There's too many injuries on this team. They're not meshing. The coaching staff has been absolutely brutal. Jim Schwartz.
And there's really no excuse for it. You could say Super Bowl hangover, but you have the same fucking players as last year. I mean, this team still is very talented. It's just they're playing like shit. Yeah. They're playing like absolute dogs.
And people do want to blame Jim Schwartz. I guess I get it because he doesn't blitz that much. But and they're saying he's playing Jalen Mills 10 to 15 yards off the ball.
At the end of the day, every defense gives up points.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, he only gave up 21 points last week.
Yeah, he gave up only 21 points last week. We scored only 17 points last week.
We're going to go back to just Thursday night. The fucking Dolphins gave up 42 points to the Texans. Yeah. And people are bitching about giving up 21 points.
Yeah, it's because of Carson Wentz.
They're just trying to protect him?
They don't want to blame him.
But I love Carson Wentz, but that was just a shit performance. There's no way around it. Unless you're blind or you have your fucking blinders on, there's no excuse.
Right. I get it. You have any thoughts on that, Ralphie?
No, just letting you guys go.
No, I got you,
Just
man.
letting you guys go. Vent away.
Yeah,
It-
what do
it's-
you really think about tomorrow? What do you think's going to happen?
To be honest, I just have no confidence in this defense whatsoever, man.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah.
This defense is not the defense that it was last
Last
year.
year.
Traveling well, playing at home. Playing at home last year for this defense was a lock. You know what I mean? I mean, visiting teams came in and you were only scoring 17 to 13 points last year. You were walking away with W's on the road. Same thing. This defense, I just have no confidence right now.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Well, that's the question I wanted to ask you, though, is because you mentioned that we only let up to like 17 to 14 points last year. Well, we let up 21 on Sunday, and my problem is that we're only scoring like 17 to 20 points a game.
But you know what the big thing that we're missing? We're missing LeGarrette Blount.
Yeah.
The
closer. Yeah.
We're missing our closer.
Yeah.
You don't have that power back like you did last year when you were up 17-0 going into the fourth, and the dude, when it's 3rd down and 2 or 3rd down and 3, like what Scotty was saying, you could just give the ball to, and he hits the hole and he gets 15 yards out of it.
Right.
Out of it. I mean, that's the biggest missing piece that we should have never let go.
Yeah.
Was LeGarrette Blount.
No, I agree. I
Or just
can't-
replace him with something.
Yeah.
You know, I know you.
But yet we're paying 1.5 to Chance Warmack, who hasn't even touched the
Hasn't
field
played
yet.
yet.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we have Lane Johnson, who's playing hurt. It's obvious. We have Jason Peters, who's tooled and is probably hurt. We have.
I mean, this team, looking at it right now, will be like totally refigured next year.
Yeah.
Totally rebuilt almost.
50% is going to be gone.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't deserve to be here, half of them, you know?
I wouldn't say they don't deserve. I just think that a majority of them are hurt.
Now let me ask you guys this:
Mhm.
If we win Sunday, does Howie still make a move?
No.
Even though we're 4-4 and we hold our own destiny.
No.
I will say if there's a move to be made, he'll make it regardless because it's going to help us for the future most likely, unless it's like a Le'Veon Bell 1-year rental. I think if you trade for like a Patrick Peterson, you're going to want to try and re-sign him.
Yeah, but how much is Patrick Peterson worth? Like, I mean,
He's better than any corner we have right
Yeah,
now
he's
by
about to be
far.
30.
What do you mean? The corners play till 35
Yeah, but look
in
at
this
Richard
league
Sherman.
sometime.
He dropped off so much.
He's still better than what we have.
No, and I understand that, but like, I heard from my friend that Arizona's looking for 2 first-round picks and a second-round.
Yeah, I
pick.
would never do that.
No.
That's asinine.
Like,
I'd probably give up a second.
Yeah, just a second.
Yeah,
I'd
second and a third.
I'd
maybe.
give up a first.
I wouldn't give up a first
I would.
for Patrick Peterson. No
Just
way.
one first though.
No way.
No? You want to do it?
Look at Amari Cooper. The Cowboys give up a first, and he's 23, 24 years old.
Yeah, but he drops a lot of passes, and that was
Still, age plays a huge factor in it.
yeah.
Giving up draft picks.
Yeah, I know. The Raiders were smart in that one, but no, I don't think Howie's going to make a move. I just think this team is too hurt to fix, and I think they're going to go with what they have. I really do. Which, at the end of the day, may or may not be a smart move, but it is what it is. This team right now, and I'll let you go, but this team right now, guys, I'm being honest with you, this team isn't fit to pass Murderers Row. They're not
Yeah.
fit to pass the Saints. They're not fit to pass the Vikings, and they're not fit to pass the Rams all consecutively. All right, the Eagles would start in the wild card. There's no way they're going to get a 1-2 seed. All right, so now they have to play all 3 of those teams, and then probably the Patriots in the Super Bowl if they do get there. You really think that this team right here, right now, is going to beat all of those teams and win the Super Bowl?
Before last week, I would have said this team potentially could have went on a run.
Yeah.
I didn't really predict them to go back to the Super Bowl this year. That was not my initial prediction. I thought they would lose in the divisional round, championship game, whatever.
Yeah.
But now it's like after blowing a 17-point lead and not only scoring 17 points, do you really see this team going on a run?
No.
It's going to be win-loss, win-loss if we're fucking lucky at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And the schedule is tough. You have so many division games left. Do I think the division is good? No. I know you're kind of high on the Redskins. I'm not. I think they're just like a 500 team. I think they could lose tomorrow to the Giants, to be honest. And that's pretty fucking deflating if you lose to that
The line's
team.
only 1.
And then
Well, we need the Redskins to lose tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because you can't afford the Redskins to go 5-2.
Yep. It's true.
So
They
Eli, can you do something, please?
Redskins, let me tell you something, too. The Redskins have some pretty good wins. They beat the fucking Panthers already. They beat the Packers. Those are teams we couldn't probably fucking beat right
No.
now. We obviously just lost to the Panthers, but it's just sad, man, because we thought we were better than this.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't think we were going to be in this position. We thought we were at least 11-5, 12-4 football team, and now we're fucking – it's on the edge. It's you never know what you're going to get every week, and it's not fucking fun, especially
No.
losing like that.
It's
I could
terrible.
see if it was a fucking – a shootout, close game, whatever, lose by a field goal. But to fucking have them come back like that in your fucking house is just probably one of the worst feelings you can have as a fan.
And you know it is terrible. I will say this: it's not as terrible as it would have been in years past, though, because we did win that Super Bowl. But with that being said, yeah, it still sucks. Like, I mean, I literally quit drinking 2 weeks ago. All right, in my drinking days, I probably would have downed a whole bottle of what is it, Kettle One?
Kettle One, yeah.
So
vodka.
yeah, I mean, I just losses used to really hurt me,
Especially a loss like that.
Now, not as much because it's like I know where this team stands, but I just want to see them give a little heart, and I don't see heart. I don't see any of that. I don't see balls. I don't see heart. I just don't see that desire to win, and I want that back because if you have the desire to win and you lose, I'm fine with that. At least you showed heart.
Yeah, I mean, they were celebrating at the fucking beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they were dancing.
Quarter. It's just like, I don't know, man. Like, how can you be that like closed-minded or like I don't know what the right word is, but it's just unacceptable.
Cocky,
yeah.
Yeah. On YouTube, Alexander Vernucci said Patrick Peterson is under contract till 2020. So.
And he's cheaper than Bell.
Yeah.
If you were gonna resign Bell.
Yep.
He would be a lot cheaper.
I know someone wanted to bring in David Johnson, but they owe him $23 million in 2020. So that'd be kind of tough. Anything over there on Facebook? I know we haven't checked.
Tommy says absolutely to the poll question.
I forgot what it was.
If the Eagles miss the playoffs, is a disaster.
It is a disaster because this team, the division is not good, and you were supposed to be a contender still.
Yeah.
I mean, you lost your luxury pieces in free agency and whatever. The core of your team is here. Wentz, Ertz, Fletcher Cox, Lane Johnson, all your fucking stud blue-chip players.
Yeah.
And, for that, it's just Ertz is playing great, but the line is playing so shitty. And the defense, I will say, they're playing subpar, but I'm not going to put all the blame on the defense when you see teams like the fucking Chiefs and fucking Rams scoring 40 points a game, and you can only score 17 points.
Yeah.
Makes no fucking sense.
Then you want to blame the defense.
It makes no sense to me.
Yeah. Now, say the defense has a good game against the Rams or the Saints, and then the offense still puts up 17 points. You think you're going to flip out?
Yeah, I'm going to fucking throw everything off this desk probably.
No, but it's just it does suck, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we have a game tomorrow,
and it's so early in the season too.
Yeah,
that's the other part that sucks. It's not like we fucking we're 6-2 and then collapse or something. It's like, dude, give me something to fucking look forward to.
Yeah, and they're not doing it right now. I was actually supposed to go to London, but I figured out that I didn't want to, so I didn't go.
Yeah, it's probably a good decision. Especially, dude, I don't know. We don't play good in these like weird type of games, I guess.
Yeah.
For some reason, I get the feeling of that fucking Detroit Thanksgiving game of like 3 years ago,
where it was a blowout.
When it was like the Thanksgiving Day massacre.
It's awful.
I don't want to.
And then we beat the Patriots.
That. Yeah, I don't want to think like that's gonna happen tomorrow. But it's kind of like you play a team you never play on a day and a time and a place that you've never been. It's just I don't know what the dynamic is. It should be interesting tomorrow. It really should.
Well, I'll tell you this.
That's the year where we had Mark Sanchez as
Sanchez,
for 2 games.
Yep.
Wonderful.
And then Sam Bradford goes up to Gillette and throws an absolute dart on 3rd down.
Yeah.
I was at that game. That was a good one.
I hated that season.
Yeah, that was a bad one. It's just as bad as this one, if not worse.
I know. Well, I don't know, man. Like you said, you have confidence that the Cowboys game will be a lock. You got the Redskins twice, the Giants
I think the Cowboys
again.
game's a lock. I really do. I think that game's a lock, but then you have to look down the road and see who you got. And you just got to play the best that you can.
I mean, you can't. This division can be won at 9-7 because I don't think the Redskins are that good.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to at least split with the Redskins, obviously.
Right. And then we play the Texans later on.
And I forgot the Texans are looking good now. I have that as a win, but I
Five
don't know about it anymore.
Oh my God, DeAndre Hopkins!
I think is that game at home or no?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
well
I think it's near Christmas.
I guess that helps or not. Does that even matter at this point?
No, it doesn't.
So what's your key to the game? How do we win this game tomorrow?
Score points. That's how we win. I'm not talking about the defense. You guys know my stance on the defense. I think it's not a good defense, but they did their job last week up until the 4th quarter. All right? We have to score points tomorrow on this Jags defense. I don't know how we're going to do it, but
they have not been playing well, so
it's still the Jaguars defense. I I don't care what anybody says. They still have Miles Jack. They still have Jalen Ramsey.
Their defensive line is deep. Calais
It's
Campbell.
disgusting.
I forgot they have Marcel Darius
Yeah.
from Buffalo, too. Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's almost like the Rams
And they're going to come to
defense.
play because they win in Jacksonville, in London all the time.
Yeah, they're like 3-0, 4-0 last 4
Yeah.
trips.
Yeah. There's no way in hell I'm betting on that game.
And it's just like, say the
No way.
defense fucking destroys Blake Bortles, but then
Yeah.
they fucking go off in the fourth quarter again. Like, the fucking offense, you need to fucking be on fire. You have to have your fucking, like, have your shit together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and we'll see if it
I'm
happens.
not going to – you're not going to win a game in this league 10-0. You know? I don't get it. I don't get that mentality. It's fucking so old school. It's like a fucking dinosaur.
Like, people think this is college,
You
like
know?
where the quarterback sucks, and you're not going to go down the field and score.
This
if
is
you
the
have an
NFL.
opportunity.
Any player can score on any play of any game.
The Bills beat the Vikings at home, and look at the Vikings now. The Vikings look phenomenal, and they lost to the Bills by 20 at home. This is the NFL. Any given Sunday, all right. Anyone can lose. Anyone can win, all right.
And just like that, you know,
Yeah.
a game can change in a fucking second.
And I said last week, if we lost that game to the Carolina Panthers, you could kiss the playoffs goodbye. The reason why I'm gonna stick with that is because it wasn't that we lost; it's how we lost, and I do not think you can bounce back.
It was like how we lost, and that also game was a big tiebreaker. I mean, these Panthers now are what 4-2.
Yeah.
I don't think they're that fucking good to be 4-2, but
They're not. We were shutting them out
they
at home.
you lost to them, so now they fucking own the tiebreaker over you at the end of the year.
Cam Newton got really hot. No one could stop him. We always have trouble with mobile quarterbacks. Like I said last week, he found his groove, and they won. And, you know, it just,
And they looked like shit for 3 quarters.
They looked like shit.
They looked like San Francisco 49ers, Oakland Raiders bad.
yeah, they
you
looked
know?
really bad. Anything else over there, Ralphie?
Let me pull it back up for you. Crooked Letter says 17-0 lead. Heading into the fourth, no way the defense gets a pass for 21 unanswered points.
We're not giving them a pass.
It's not a pass, but dudes, whatever. We already went over it enough times.
Sean Spellman says, the resident Giants fan, says the Eagles are in a bad spot. Jags are desperate for a win, and London is their home away from home.
Mm-hmm.
He also goes to say that in Eli Manning's first 3 years as a starter, he made the playoffs twice. Wentz might have 0.
Mm-hmm.
Greg.
I don't know. He made the playoffs last year. I mean, I know he physically played
No,
a
he
playoff
did, yeah.
game.
Yeah,
You definitely gotta give credit
Sean, he
for-
made the playoffs last
You gotta
year.
give. They were what 11-2
11-2 when he
What?
got hurt, yeah.
Jesus.
He made the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
Greg said, "What's up, boys? Checking in from cold and rainy State College. Fuck Penn State, Greg."
Not much better here.
He said,
Might be
yes, this season's a failure if they don't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Frank says, no, it becomes a failure once they are eliminated. It ain't over till it's over.
Yep.
Crooked Letter also goes on to say that the Jags secondary is hurt. Wentz should
Doesn't
have a
matter.
win. And then Chrome says, hey, fellas, I have to say this season is a failure if they miss the playoffs. Have a
Yep.
great show.
Thanks.
Thanks,
man.
Chrome. You know,
I mean, every season's a failure if you don't make the playoffs.
Well-
I mean, aren't you playing to win the game?
Well,
you know, you play to win the game.
well, to me, guys, to me, it's Super Bowl or bust. Like, it's not playoffs or bust. It's Super Bowl or bust. Ever since we won that first title, you're there to win the Super Bowl. If you don't win the Super Bowl, the season's a failure. All right, and is this team good enough to win the Super Bowl? No, they're not. So to me, the season's already a failure because they're not going to win the Super Bowl. Can they make the playoffs? Sure, but that's not what it's all about anymore. It's not. We're
You
here
know
to win
what?
titles.
I mean, what makes me mad too? It's like all the teams that were good last year are
Yeah.
good again this year, and
Yeah.
we're like the only one
We suck.
besides the Jaguars.
Look at the
I
Patriots.
guess.
They lost devastatingly to us, and they haven't skipped a beat.
They just beat the Chiefs. They beat their biggest competition.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, yes, it was at home, but
You have Tom Brady fucking kissing babies after wins, and you have fucking Carson Wentz choking it up in the fucking fourth quarter. Everyone wants to prove that Carson Wentz can stick with the big dogs, the big boys, and last Sunday was non-example of that. So I want to see how Carson Wentz bounces back. I know I'm being really tough on him, but he deserves it.
yeah,
I'm
that
sorry,
was a
he
bad
deserves
performance
it.
last week.
Yeah.
If we go on a little positive spin, what would they have to do like over the next couple of weeks to like somehow get you back on that Super Bowl train? Like, if there's any like,
To me,
because
nothing.
there's nothing they can do.
No.
They can't win 3-4 in a row.
No, because look at the competition. Look at all the players. Look at all the teams they have to play down the road. They have to play the Saints in New Orleans. We're wearing our home jerseys, which doesn't really mean shit to me. They play through the Saints. Then they play the Rams on prime time. The Rams aren't going to lose that game. We play at Dallas. I think that could be a win. We play the Giants at home. That'll probably be a win.
Texans,
We play the Texans. That's probably a loss, honestly, at this point.
Redskins twice.
Redskins twice. We're going to lose one of
One's
those.
prime time. One's week 17.
We could finish the season at 9-7.
9-7 might win it though. If the
think so?
Redskins Redskin, and they're not like a 11-5
Yeah,
team.
but like Ralphie said, we need the Giants to step up and beat the Skins.
Oh yeah, the
tomorrow.
Redskins. This is actually a really big game because
Yeah.
it's going to come down to one game.
In my pick and pull, I picked the Giants.
So did I. Have the Giants too. We'll do picks a little bit later.
So the remaining schedule for the Eagles after the Giants game, we have a bye week next week.
Okay.
Cowboys, Saints, Giants, Redskins, Cowboys, Rams, Texans, Redskins.
So many division games at the
Yikes.
end.
Yo, and what did I say? That FedEx Field game at the end of the year, Week 17.
It
Watch
could
that.
mean
Watch
something.
that mean something now.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah, I would definitely go down there, 100%. And that would be
That's the day before New Year's too.
yeah, that would be pretty awesome. But yeah, I mean, I look at that schedule and I see opportunity there, but how are we going to take it? You know,
You have to go what? You can only lose 2 games.
At-
Possibly 3.
3, at the most 3. You cannot
Two
go.
But you
games.
eight.
can't-
2 games you can lose.
Can't lose the
I'll
division
give them the
games.
Saints and the Rams. You can
Yeah.
lose those 2 games. Every other games you got to win.
You
Yeah.
can't. I mean, I think can you sweep the Cowboys? Or you gonna
Absolutely.
Yeah,
The
but
Cowboys are
Yeah,
atrocious.
yeah. We could sweep the Cowboys. I don't think we could
The
sweep
only
the Redskins.
the
though.
only team that I can see is splitting is the Redskins.
Yeah. And that would be in Landover. That wouldn't be in Philly.
I would rather if the game means something week 17, I'd rather win week 17 than when we play them the first time at the Link.
Right.
To be completely honest.
Yeah, I agree because that gets you into the playoffs.
Yeah.
And like you said, if you get into the playoffs, you do have a shot.
Yeah, but actually, if you sweep the Cowboys and beat them on that Monday night, you might have the tiebreaker, and week 17 might not mean anything. It's possible.
Yeah, we'll take it week by week.
Because if you
I mean,
if you both finish 9-7, you might have the tiebreaker.
yeah, I mean, you could have the tiebreaker, but at the same time, over the years, I'm like that.
You got to build momentum though too, especially if you can't beat your own division, you're not going to win in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know.
Do I like giving up on seasons? No, absolutely not. I don't like to waste all this time and effort every single Sunday and then wait 9 months for my team to start back up again. I hate that. I don't like that. But the Eagles need to show me something to believe again because they're not showing me anything. We don't have a running game. I'm not even going to blame Wentz anymore. That game's over. That was his first game where he looked like an absolute duck. We don't have a running game. Zach Ertz can't block. Our offensive line is shit. Jalen Mills is horrible. Ronald Darby's horrible. Our pressure is non-existent. I want some way to show me that this team has still got it to compete. And right now, they are not doing that. And that's a big problem because the NFC is stacked. It's loaded. All right? It does start in Jacksonville tomorrow. Kind of a meaningless. I mean, it's not a meaningless game.
It's not a meaningless game
You
because
got to
have
win.
to win it.
You have to win the game, but in a way, it's meaningless because even if they do win it, it doesn't really show me anything.
But you have to
You need to go on a run.
You have to start getting back on track.
Yeah. Yeah, you do need to start getting up.
And if you lose tomorrow, it's I'm sorry, it's pretty much over though because that's another loss.
Yeah.
So I mean,
But
you have to make it up somewhere else.
most of us had this as a loss.
Yeah, but
before the
now we
season.
didn't have the Panthers game as a loss.
I didn't
So-
have the Panthers game as a loss.
So you have to.
He did. I think Ralphie did. Yep.
So you have to make up this game.
Ralphie's
This
the
is-
closest
this
one
is
right now. He
definitely-
had 10-6.
I don't think we had the Bucks and the Titans game as a loss either.
Bucks and the Titans.
Both those games.
I had the Titans. I didn't have the Bucks.
I was optimistic. I had like a 4-0 start, but obviously that's out the window.
Yeah. Someone else had 15-1 on here.
I had like a 12-4, but
Yeah. EDP chimes in. What's up, EDP?
what's up? Eat that. EDP 445.
Yep. Anything else over there on Facebook?
Looking right now. Nope. We're all good.
Should have a lot of YouTube comments,
We
right?
do. We're up here on the. Sorry, we didn't get to the YouTube comments, guys. We are. We're just venting. We're
Yeah.
venting right now.
Your subscribers are loyal too. The stream last night till what 4 a.m. and
Yeah, 35. It's crazy.
now
I'm doing
Hooligans at
I'm doing
1:30.
another one tonight, by the way. That should be fun. Dave Roska said Dodgers finished in the 18th inning, 3-2 win. I know. I streamed it.
That was actually funny as hell last night. Just the stream.
Yeah.
Everyone-
People asking the weirdest questions. That was fun. Alexander Verrucci says the offensive play calling became tenant in the fourth. Don't mind the past years because they were screens that got completed so the clock ran but didn't gain
I'm
all yardage.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I am too. I don't,
Sorry, man. If you want to ask that again or
Yeah.
whatever you were trying to say, maybe he was responding to something that we were saying.
Yeah, play calling became timid, and he said he was ran in the draft in the comment section. So you could-
Gotcha.
yeah, exactly. I thought they won.
Let me ask you that, guys.
Yeah.
Since trade deadline's coming up,
Mhm.
would you guys would you guys rather trade away draft picks for a proven player in this league?
What's proven mean? Like what level?
Trade away draft picks for Patrick Peterson or Le'Veon Bell or David Johnson.
I mean, usually you do that when you're trying to, the missing piece.
When you have a missing piece, we
For a
have
Super Bowl
we have
run.
missing pieces.
But this is a Super Bowl roster. They did it last year. So it's really like a 50-50 call.
It's a little different.
I don't know.
It's a little.
I think if they win tomorrow and you want to put something
I think
over
if we
the
win
top.
I think if we win tomorrow, we make a move. To be completely honest.
Think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean.
But I don't see Howie doing it because it's fucking Howie, and
Yeah.
he doesn't make the big splashes as we all know.
No, he doesn't. And for Le'Veon Bell, you'd have to give up like 2 first round. Well, not 2 first rounders, but you'd have to give up a first rounder at least for Le'Veon Bell, and take on a salary.
I do think having a running back would really help this offense, though.
Le'Veon
It
Bell
would just take so much pressure
Le'Veon Bell
off.
would add 7 points. That
At
would
least.
easily, yeah.
And
So
he'd
I
be-
think
and
adding
he'd be able
Le'Veon
to-
takes pressure off of Wentz easily.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
he'd be able
Easily.
to run the clock out too at the end of games.
it's true. It's just the way Le'Veon Bell runs. He stops, stutters, stops, stutters.
Yeah.
I like that because you're waiting for the hole to open. I like that. But yeah, going back to your question, I don't think he makes a move. But if he did, I think it would be a little one. I think it would be someone like Shady McCoy.
And also, no
30
one
years
saw
old.
the J.J. coming last year.
J.J. That dude pissed me off, dude. Like, I mean,
You didn't give up much for him though, so
Fourth rounder.
I'm not really mad about that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just a fourth.
yeah. I mean, wait, what are we talking about? I'm sorry, I was reading something.
Like J.J., he wasn't in the news last year of oh, he might be traded. So that came out of nowhere, and it worked.
Hey, he won us the Super Bowl.
He played great in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I saw something yesterday that really pissed me off. This guy's supposedly on a torn ACL, and he's out there over in London kicking penalty kicks.
Holy shit!
Yeah, really
God.
pissed me off. But, it is what it is. When you can't run on your leg, I guess you just play soccer. I guess that's what matters. But, yeah, guys, let me look at some of these more YouTube comments. And then Final Flash said Wentz looked like 2011 Vic on that last drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you could. That's an okay comparison, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
It's going a little too far back for right now.
It's a
but
little bit too. I
Yeah.
graduated high school that year.
I like your memory though.
Yeah, it goes back a long way.
Any other good ones on there?
Not really.
That's fucked up.
No, I'm still looking. I don't know. There's just a bunch of ranting. All right. Alexander Verrucci says Bortles better not be playing in the fourth quarter. You mean benched?
So you're thinking that he's gonna play so bad it'll be Cody Kessler?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't think you're gonna get benched. I don't think he's gonna get benched.
I know he's on a short leash. That's been all the reports this week. But knowing this fucking secondary will make him look like Joe Montana.
This
right?
is a juicy one. Nadelic189 says I was reading some idiots on Twitter saying the Eagles should draft a new quarterback because Wentz isn't it. I couldn't believe the stupidity.
Yeah, I mean this happens after a loss.
This
I think that's a really extreme. You think we're negative? That's way out of left field. But
Now that question, I agree with you because I actually saw that myself. I don't think we should draft a new QB. I love Carson Wentz, but I could see where people were getting their anger from because
it was a really bad.
It was a
sequence
awful
plays.
drive.
Yeah,
it was a garbage drive, so bad.
especially the last. You wait till the end of the game to put that on.
It
That's
was
our last image of the
dude.
Eagles
It was
right
so
now.
bad that
you know?
Jamarcus Russell could have had a better shot.
I don't know about that. But
Like, I'm just being serious. It's the 22 fucking yard line. Is it that hard to put it in the end zone with 4 downs?
especially you had that pass interference, that got you all the way down there.
Yeah.
It's not like you had to work all the way down. That might have been better. Maybe they needed a warm up or some shit. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, I was actually turning right next to my friend. I was
What are the offensive stats for the second half last week? That's what I want to know.
Ralph, you want to look that up for us? Or? All right, cool.
How many yards? What did they do? I know they had that big screen pass that was called back. Maybe that's what that guy was commenting about earlier.
Yeah.
With Smallwood.
Uh-huh.
I think that was like the
It was a
third quarter.
65-yard. It was a 65-yard pass.
It was a holding call, right?
On Brooks. Yeah, that brought it back.
Wow.
Which
Yep.
Brooks is probably the only offensive lineman that's playing well
And
this
then
year.
Peters
but-
is due for 5 penalties a game, which doesn't help out either.
And then he comes in and out of the huddle and
Yeah.
ruins everything. But it's just disappointing. It's disappointing that this team is this way right now, 3-4. Everyone's laughing at us, even Giants fan, and they know their team sucks.
Because we're doing stupid shit.
Do you want the second half stats or the first half
the
stats?
second half
Give me
of,
second
of
half.
the offense.
Yeah, we know that. We know the first half.
They scored, one touchdown in the third?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of, like, how many yards and what were the drives.
Yeah. It's insane, dude. It's just so bad how bad they played in the second half. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I mean, I've never been to a game where a crowd was so deflated at the end of the game. Like, it was just so bad. You could hear a fucking pin
It's
drop.
almost like you were telling yourself, like, they're going to come back, but we're still going to win this game.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you were telling yourself the whole time, and it's like, what the fuck?
No,
It's just speechless,
I
you know?
I was sitting next to my friend Danko, and because I go to all the games with him. I was sitting next to him. I was like, "Listen, Danny, they're going to score here. Field goal, touchdown. They're going to score right here." So we have pros and cons. I was starting to point out pros and cons. The pros, we have so much time left, and we have Carson Wentz. The cons, they're going to score here. So they did score there. We had the pro. We had the.
Yeah, I had faith in Wentz too, and even on
I
the
had
last
so
drive.
much faith
That's
in
why
Wentz
you
on
had
that last
hope,
drive.
yeah.
Because when he threw that bomb to Alshon Jeffrey, I was hugging the person next to me, and I was like, "Yeah, we got this game." And then all of a sudden, he throws some of the most miserable passes I've ever seen in my life.
And that Panthers team did not look good at all.
It's like almost like it was rigged. That's how bad
yeah.
it was.
But it was a weird rig. It was like it wasn't. It was just so. It was like how it ended too. It was just like so like that's it.
Yeah.
So I can't get the stats for some reason. They're not popping up. So I'll give you the drives.
'Kay.
So in the third quarter, the Eagles scored a touchdown. Dallas Goedert 1-yard touchdown pass from
And that was
Carson
right out of
Wentz.
halftime. I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
and that was
Okay.
it. That was the only scoring.
it.
That was it.
We were up
Then
10
the
at halftime.
fourth quarter, Curtis Samuel 14-yard run. Then Devin Funch's 18-yard pass from Cam Newton, and then Greg Olsen the 1-yard touchdown pass from Cam Newton.
I know
to make it 21-17.
McCaffrey racked up a lot of yards.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I know that. He was used a lot. You know, it's yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all.
We lost the game. We had 35 minutes for time of possession to the Carolinas 24. We still lost. Yeah.
That's why stats don't mean much, do they?
They don't.
And
If you
when
look,
did
if you look at stats,
And when did the Panthers start scoring? Like 7 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
if you look at stats, Wentz is having a better year than last year. If you're looking at stats.
Yeah. What's he have? 8 touchdowns, 1 pick.
No,
9
10 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
10 touchdowns, 1 pick, over 1,000 yards passing right now. But yeah, he's definitely not playing better than last year. No shot, no fucking snowball chance in the microwave. There's no fucking shot. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you could give me all the stats you want in the world, but the guy's got to play better, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous, and you know and I'll explain that right here, right now. EDP was saying that, like, he was talking about the beef, like, that me and him had. Yeah.
Okay.
See,
go right ahead.
no, and this goes into the Carson Wentz thing. We had beef because he pretty much called me out for saying that, like, me being hard on Carson Wentz. Well, after Sunday, can you blame me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, Carson Wentz is your franchise quarterback. He's your guy. You rely on him to win you games. He's your new Tom Brady, okay? He's supposedly the best QB in franchise history.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a top 5 quarterback.
Everyone's
right?
labeling this guy
I mean, what? I think-
amazing.
Yeah, I think NFL. What they have him like number 3,
Yeah.
the top 100 players or whatever.
3.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, it was 3, and he
Yeah.
got injured. You know, everyone's labeling this guy the next best thing. And Sunday, he looked
average, mediocre.
mediocre. Very mediocre. So, I mean,
That's the biggest story. Why do we care about the defense? This is the quarterback. This
Yeah.
is it's the most important position on the field. That's why it's the biggest thing.
Yep.
We want to talk about Fletcher Cox, how he's not playing well. Like, what? How's that matter compared to the fucking quarterback?
Yeah,
You know, I don't get it.
Fletcher Cox, I mean, he's been non-existent too. I'm not going to give him a pass either. I'm not, because we paid this guy a $100 million contract, and he has not given the pressure.
Yeah, but he's a
at
defensive.
all.
He's a defensive tackle.
It doesn't matter. You give this guy $100 million. I know he's getting double teamed.
He's not Aaron Donald.
No, he's not. He's not even close to Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald's a fucking stud. He has 8 sacks already. Like, Aaron Donald's on a whole nother level. And Fletcher Cox, he's good, but he ain't worth $100 million.
Yeah, but he was too
There's
good.
no
he
way.
was too good to let go in free agency. He
Yeah,
was way
I
too
get.
good.
Yeah. Well, he did win us a title, but he's not worth $100 million. He's just not. And I've always said that. But you had to overpay some of these players to keep them, and I understand it. But
Yeah, you don't want to be like John Gruden trading away like Khalil Mack.
yeah,
You know.
well, don't compare Cox to Khalil Mack. Don't do it.
I mean, he should be in the same.
Oh my God.
He should be in the same sentence.
Khalil Mack
somewhere.
is ridiculous.
He should be up there somewhere.
That guy's worth $100 million.
Well, yeah, Khalil Mack's like J.J. Watt level. I think it's like Khalil Mack, J.J. Watt, Aaron Donald. Probably the best 3 defensive players in the league. And then you got that second tier where Cox is at.
Yeah, I think Kevin McDonald in the comment section was talking about the Ajayi penalty kick. He said he thought he saw it in the offseason. I thought it was 2 days ago, and I was pissed. So if you get
I missed that. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. We don't need a new QB that's dumb. I agree, but he's got to play. He's got to play better.
It's one game. I mean, let's not be Cowboys fans. You know, that overreact that much.
Cowboys fans love Dak Prescott. They love their QB.
Yeah, but when they
we have
when
our
they
fans
when they lose,
saying we need a new QB.
I mean, when they lose, they say the same shit.
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know. Let's see if there's any. Is there anything else over there on Facebook?
Nope, nothing so far.
Gotcha. All right. Dave Roska says Eagles need to wake up tomorrow. They should have won with a lot of interception. Okay. If you could rewrite that, I would appreciate that. I agree. The defense is not opportunistic. Anything else we got here? Bryce Blackwell says Nitro. Yay! What's up, man? Matt NJ Sports Fan says Mac might kill Sam Darnold tomorrow. Like, I think
Bears Jets. Yeah, we'll get to our game picks in a little bit. Probably after the break.
After the break. Yeah, we'll talk about it. But this is what I'm gonna say since we don't have a lot of really chats. But I'm gonna say this right here, right now. That my favorite team is the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's not even close. There's not a close second. There's just not.
That's why we always talk about this team.
Yeah, there's not a close second. Now, the reason why I'm really unbothered by the start, and I'm showing it, is because we did win that Super Bowl last year. If we did not win that Super Bowl last year,
it would be fucking so
depressing. I would have taken off this week.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been so depressed. But since we won that Super Bowl, and you can consider this year a wash, not that I'd be fine with that, but I'd be, I guess, okay with that.
You're content.
The only problem is that I'm okay with them losing. I'm not okay with them losing without playing with heart. And that's what bothers me. Because when you're giving up games and you're not trying to get back in them and not showing your worth about the money that you're making, that's what bothers me. All right? And I know this team's better than that. But they're just too stuck on last year. And they just don't want to move on.
Especially when you lose to teams that are worse than you at home.
Yeah.
I could see if you're losing to these top-tier teams, but, I mean, the Panthers are, middle of the pack at best?
They were losing 17-0.
And they played so bad. You made them look like the Browns of last year.
Yep.
I mean, literally, that's how bad they played. And then all of a sudden, they're like they win the game like that.
Yep.
It's just very deflating. It's just awful. There's no excuse.
Yeah. Kevin McDonald, 500, said Wentz never been in a situation on that last drive. He tried to be a hero, but now I hope he learned and will get better. I like that comment.
He did last year against the Giants that we let him down the field. Yeah, he's never scored a game-winning touchdown, but
I do like that comment. I could bring up some games because my friend Darius actually brought up 4 situations where Wentz had to win the game, and he was 0-4 in all of them.
A lot were his rookie year. So
against the Giants, when he overthrew Matthews in the back of the end
that
zone.
was a really bad stretch.
Yeah.
The Ravens game comes to mind, too.
Yep. The Ravens game, he let us down the field.
Just couldn't do the 2-point conversion, right?
Well, that's because we didn't care.
Yeah.
But that was a good one, but there was no pressure, so it's a little different because we were already out of it.
I guess you could say that Cowboys game in 2016 too, right?
The Cowboys game in 2016, we couldn't seal it. Smallwood
Dallas.
fumbled the ball. Yeah. I'm still having flashbacks about that one.
I mean, I give him a break for his rookie year, though. I mean, I don't really care what you do your rookie year. I mean, it's a different league. You see like Patrick Mahomes playing well in his second year. But
Patrick Mahomes is a fucking beast. Fucking Showtime. He's good.
It's weird, dude. I mean, like, every year the quarterbacks play differently. That's what I'm saying. Like, look at Goff, his rookie year. He didn't have any pieces, any coaching, but, like, it's year to year, too, with these quarterbacks.
What were Wentz's 3 fourth quarter comebacks? Because someone just said he has 3 of them.
I'm trying to think of last year.
Comebacks?
One was Ravens. I know that.
Ravens.
Yeah, in 2016.
We lost that game.
Yeah, they didn't win that game.
We lost
that
that
can't
game.
be a comeback.
Yeah, that has to be a comeback, though.
No, they didn't.
But it's not a comeback win, though.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I'm trying to think if there was any last year. The Chargers game, maybe? No, the Chargers were coming back on us. Usually the defense stops the teams from coming back on us. Usually
I don't
we're
remember
ahead.
when he actually brought us down the field and won a game when it mattered. I don't remember.
And we can look. I'm gonna look back at like some previous years real quick. Like last year.
Someone just asked me if the
He has
Rams.
3 fourth-quarter comebacks and 3 game-winning drives.
What were they?
2016 against the Atlanta Falcons, 24-15 win.
Okay.
2017 against the Giants, a 27-24 win. They gave him that win.
Yeah, with the field goal with Jake
Yeah.
Elliott, right?
Uh,
I can see that one. The Falcons
then,
game gets lost.
And then this year, they said that they gave him a win against the Colts.
Didn't the defense stop luck
Yeah.
on the last drive?
That's what Pro Football Reference is telling me.
So that's really one game to me, that Giants
Yeah.
game last year.
not even.
That Falcons game in 2016, that's so fucking forgettable.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely not giving them the Colts game.
Like who didn't Derek Barnett or
We
whoever?
could have lost that Colts game because of Carson Wentz. I put on Twitter the reason why we would have lost the game was because of Wentz. It made national news. Like everyone knew it was because of Wentz. Like he comes back and he turns the ball over twice on our side of the field.
Which is shitty, but I guess you give him you give him a leash because it's his first game back.
Yeah.
But
Alex just said he doesn't have any comeback wins. He doesn't.
I'll give him the Giants game, but he does not have a game-winning touchdown drive.
He would have had that game-winning touchdown drive on Sunday, but
Yeah, it wasn't. Didn't look that difficult. You had Smallwood wide open, so I don't want.
Yeah.
We don't want to keep beating a dead horse.
no, we don't want to. We don't want to keep talking about our franchise quarterback like this, but we have to address it because no one else will. And this
It's
is
the
what
biggest.
we're here to
It's
do.
the biggest story.
Yeah,
You
no
know?
one wants to blame Carson Wentz for
The
his
quarterback.
miscues.
The quarterback is supposed to, no matter how the team's playing,
Yeah,
the most consistent, reliable piece.
yeah.
Everything revolves around the quarterback.
This is how I am. If Carson Wentz sucks, I'm gonna say it. If Carson Wentz is a god, I'm gonna say it. I don't ever.
It's a week by
Feed
week
around the
it's
bush.
week by week league.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, our overall opinion of him is yes, he's still our franchise
good.
quarterback.
Yeah, he's good.
You know,
He is very good. He's not just good. He is very good. But the problem is,
we want him to be great.
we want him to be great. We want him to be better than Aaron Rodgers. We want him to be better than Tom Brady.
And he played like that last year.
He did.
All these like Houdini moves, escapability, making plays out of nowhere.
Yep.
That was special, and we have not seen that this year.
No, not at all.
We've seen some decent throws. We've seen
Now
some pinpoint accuracy.
let
we
me ask
haven't
you a
seen
question.
Last year,
Let me ask you a
I
question.
didn't bring up the injury, right?
Let me ask you a question. Is he still hurt?
I knew he was going to bring up the injury.
No, he's fine.
You think so?
Yeah.
I've been asking myself this question for weeks. I think he's still hurt. And the reason why I say this,
Because we haven't seen him run.
we
a
haven't
lot.
seen him run. It's
Oh my
either
God.
it's either he's still hurt or he's afraid to run. And if he's afraid to run, that's a big problem. I'm gonna go with he's still hurt just
Afraid
to
to run his first game. Did you not see him run his first game out?
because he
because-
had to, or else he would have got
Okay,
killed.
so what do you mean? What are you talking about?
He had to.
So he still run though.
After that, he stopped.
Oh my God.
After that, he completely
He
stopped.
did run a lot last year.
Yeah,
He did.
he did. He
And
ran
that was
a lot.
big part of his game.
And he brought up the Houdini play versus the Colts.
Yeah.
All right, that was one time. Hasn't done it since. Do you think?
And that was what, 3 weeks ago,
Do you-
at least.
that's why I'm asking. Do you think he's hurt?
I think we definitely underrate these injuries in the NFL. I think we just expect everyone to come back and be Superman when
Mhm.
it's like everyone's body's built differently.
Mm-hmm.
But I do not think they would have had him come back if he was hurt.
I feel like they rushed him back. I
I
feel
don't
like
know why they would do that because they had Foles.
you could have played Foles against the Colts. You could have played Foles against the Tennessee Titans.
Well, yeah, but if he was hurt, they should have done that then.
They
Yes, Foles was not.
they
play-
should've- they should've done it
Foles was not
regardless.
playing well.
They should have done it regardless. You have to get this guy's mindset ready. Like those are games where you could win with any QB in your fucking in
I
your
wouldn't
franchise.
say. I wouldn't say that. Now,
Well, in your
but-
franchise, yes. I feel like we could have won those games with Foles, especially with Foles losing to Tampa Bay. I think he would have bounced back against the Colts. Like I just don't. I don't think you needed to rush Wentz back that quickly.
I think they thought putting Wentz in there would have solved all their problems.
All the problems,
Yeah.
and it didn't.
Mhm.
And now we're stuck with it. So, like I said,
And Wentz is the type of dude that he needs like repetition, practice. He's so like focused in.
he had no preseason.
Yeah.
He had no reps in practice in live game action. He comes right into the fire against the Colts. There you go.
And I think
That's it.
I think he would have been a lot better if he had that time.
Yeah, he would have been.
Because I think he's definitely a workaholic. He loves football. He loves to work. But if you don't get those necessary reps and put the time in physically, not just like mentally, it's gonna show.
Alex says, I think he's either keeping it quiet or playing it safe. So he's either injured or he's just playing it safe as if he doesn't want to get hurt again.
I don't know what you do because if you
Yeah,
play
but
like
do you
last
want your
week,
quarterback who just came off an ACL running around?
If that's what he's meant to do.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's not like it's not just because he's running around doesn't mean he's gonna get hurt again.
Yeah.
I mean,
If he's built to run around and that's what you drafted him for, it doesn't
he didn't
matter.
even get hurt running. He got hurt on a non-contact.
What are you gonna baby him for the rest of his fucking career?
He got hurt on a non-contact injury.
If you're a runner, you run. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if there's
And
pressure,
you don't get hurt running.
if there's pressure coming directly at your face, you run away. You
First
don't
of
just
all,
stand there and fumble
you
the
can
ball.
tear your ACL by just moving your foot the wrong way.
You can.
Let alone
It's a fluke injury.
Yeah, there's nothing to do with running.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a stigma that people have about it.
Will Fuller tore his ACL trying to catch a ball. Like, I mean, it's such a fluke injury. If you're meant to run, run. You can't change up your game. If you change up your game, you could mess it up.
You're not going to be the same player.
You're not going to be the same player. And everyone's like, is he playing it safe? You shouldn't play it safe. If you're healthy, you should play the way you were drafted to play, which means run the fucking ball.
And maybe there's no one telling him to do that because we lost Reich and DiFilippo,
Yeah.
I mean, this new quarterback coach they have, is Wentz really going to listen to this guy? I mean,
This is a good comment. This is
what's
a good
up?
comment. Bryce Blackwell said the injury takes 9 to 12 months.
Yeah,
he
they
came
said
back
that.
9 months.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Which means that they kind of rushed him, if you're asking my honest opinion. But he's not hurt. Hopefully he's not hurt. Everything's okay. And hopefully we bounce back tomorrow. And that's all there is to it. I know people are disgusted. I know people are disappointed. I'm here to be the disgusted fan talking to you guys. This is what I do.
Yeah, vent in the comments, right?
Yeah.
Be real. Don't,
Be real. Don't try to put on an act and try to please people. It never fucking works. All right? Put your real opinions out there because that's all that matters. People want to hear real. They don't want to hear fake. All right? If you have problems with the team, say it. All right? Don't try to please people. That's what they want you to do. Don't do it. Okay? Put your real fucking opinions out there. If you think Wentz is playing bad, say it. I said it. He played awful that last drive. All right? I'm not here to please people. I'm here to say what's on my mind. And that's what I'm going to do every single week. All right? This team better bounce back tomorrow. It's a big must-win game. We'll see what happens, and we'll see you after the break.
See you on the other side, guys.
Yep. Welcome back. We are only audio.
What's up, guys? Ready for the second half?
Yep, I'm
Only
ready.
audio. Show must go on, though.
Show must go on. We had a little things go down here.
It's Halloween weekend, some crazy
Some
shit.
spooky shit,
some spooky shit.
It happens. But the show must go on.
It's definitely going to be better than that Halloween 2018 remake.
And this
That's what I
very
can tell you.
spooky episode is brought to you by Skazeno Sports Center, 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 856-889-3434. Get their stuff at SkazenoSports.com. We are here at the Real Talk Studios in Mount Ephraim, New Jersey. Not like it's raining or anything outside. We have nothing better to do.
Just a nor'easter on the way, right?
Yep, pretty much. That's all there is. But yeah, welcome back. And we are here to talk more about the Eagles.
More about the birds.
More
the
about the
good,
birds.
the bad, and the ugly. Mostly ugly as of late.
Yep.
But hopefully that can change tomorrow. We've been saying it every week now. We said last week's Panthers game was a must-win. We lost. But we're back on the train. We never give up as fans. It's still early in the season. Got to get in the win column.
Yeah, got to get in the win column. It's very important because if you don't get in the win column tomorrow, you just continue to suck.
Pretty much the kiss of death, right?
Yeah, well, it's been the kiss of death, but you just continue. You just continue to suck and continue to suck more, and nothing gets accomplished.
Sorry, we just had someone walk out of the studio.
Yeah.
All right, all good. All right, you want to go to weekly picks, take a little break from the birds? We can go back to that?
Yeah, let's do that.
All righty. So we had that Thursday night blowout on Thursday night. Did you have the Texans too, or did you have the Dolphins?
I switched to the Dolphins.
Damn, I had
Yeah.
the Texans. I've actually been pretty good with my picks the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Why'd you pick the Dolphins?
I picked the Dolphins just because I didn't really think the Texans were all that great this year, and I thought the Miami Dolphins coming off that win against who was it?
They Chicago, but they lost.
Chicago.
Yeah, but that was 2 weeks ago.
All right, whatever.
They lost. Who'd they lose to last week? Someone in the comment section help us out. I can't remember.
Honestly, I don't know why I picked it. I just did.
Gotcha. All right, moving on to our first game. Might as well just start off with it. It's early in the fucking morning. Got to
Yeah.
wake up early for this shit.
Kegs and eggs.
Kegs and eggs.
Yep.
Eagles, Jags, live from London,
Yep.
NFL Network.
Mhm.
I'm riding with the birds.
Right.
I mean, I just can't. I can't see 3-5. 3-5 would fucking suck. I would
Right.
just burn all my shit. No, I'm kidding. Going with the Eagles. It's going to be I don't really know. It's so hard to fucking predict. Like,
Yeah.
I can't even give a score prediction. I'm going to say like 24-20.
Based off what I saw from the
Eagles.
last 3 weeks, 4 weeks,
Can this team score more than 23 points?
I don't want to be this fan.
You're picking the Jags.
I'm picking the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars win by a score.
That might be a good thing because your picks have been pretty shitty lately.
Yeah, they have been. I'm picking the Jaguars to win 31-14.
Holy shit! So this is almost a blowout.
Yeah, pretty much.
So is this? And do you think we can come back after this, or
Absolutely not.
We said the Cowboys game's a lock, though.
The Cowboys game's a lock, but can we do anything after that?
So you think this season is just completely
I just think it's a wrap.
it's done?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep the faith. I'm going to pick the Eagles in London.
Yeah.
Just a random game. I don't know. It's definitely a toss-up. I don't feel comfortable picking this game at all, but riding with the birds.
Yep.
All right, next game. This is a pretty good matchup. 1 o'clock on CBS. The Baltimore Ravens traveling to the Carolina Panthers. Two teams that have pretty decent records right now. Ravens lost last week on that extra point miss by Justin Tucker. That sucked. That's like his first missed extra point of all time.
Yep.
And then obviously the Panthers, we saw what they did last week to us. We don't want to revisit that again. I'm going to go with the Ravens, though. I think the Panthers, every time they get like a big win, they kind of come back down to earth a little bit. I don't think they're that good of a team, even though I do like Cam Newton and Christian McCaffrey. I think the Ravens' time is now because they haven't made the playoffs in a couple of years. You got John Harbaugh and Joe Flacco. You got Lamar Jackson behind him. I think the Ravens need to get into the playoffs, and they got to win this game if they want to make the playoffs.
I got the Ravens as well. I'll bring up a good stat for you guys. 222 for 222 were what's his name? Justin Tucker's last 222 attempts at extra points, and he misses the one that matters.
I think it was the Drew Brees thing, too, so
Yeah.
Drew Brees could beat all 32 teams. It was so random. I don't know. Was it like raining that day or something? It was
Yeah.
like wet out, whatever.
Yeah,
Just
doesn't matter.
Another freak thing.
I'm picking Baltimore.
Baltimore, I'm taking them as well. Bears, Jets. Bears are at home.
What's the point spread?
Go to the point spread. I'm not on that app real quick. My apologies. Bears are definitely a better team over than the Jets. I'm taking the Bears. Even though the Jets have kind of been sneaky good, they just won't go away, even though they're just like a mediocre to below average team.
Yes.
The point spread, Chicago by 8. It's a pretty big point spread.
Take the Jets with the points, but outright I'm going to say the Bears.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bears too.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Next game, Bucks-Bengals. Kind of a pretty good game. Bucks came back last week. Bucks-Bengals. It's an all-right game.
Ew.
Bucks beat the Browns in overtime last week. I'm thinking the Bengals get back on track after that blowout against Kansas City. I think the Bengals are a decent team.
Mm.
I'm taking the Bengals at home.
Well, it's funny because Ralphie, before the season started, he was like, Cincinnati's an awful team. The Buccaneers are an awful team. The Bengals have been shockingly pretty decent.
Everyone was on that Browns hype train. That's why. So like someone's got to be.
Well,
shitty
come
in
on.
this
Anyone
division.
that picks the no offense, Ralphie, but anyone that picks the Browns to win 8 games, I don't know what they're looking at.
Yeah.
The Browns are so fucking
The Browns
bad.
might win.
They're so
the
bad.
Browns might win one more game if they're lucky.
Yeah, they're bad.
You know.
They're 2-4-1 right now, so I don't see them winning another game. I see them going
Their schedule's not easy. Can they win a
2-13.
Can they win a division game? Maybe. I guess we'll pick the Browns game.
Yeah, they did
next.
win a division game. They beat the Ravens.
I mean another one to like get another
Yeah.
win. I don't know if they can win another game.
I don't think so. Baker Mayfield's on and off.
So you're picking the Bengals in that game?
Absolutely.
All right, and then we got Browns Steelers. Steelers favored by 8.5. Taking the Steelers.
Steelers.
Broncos Chiefs at Arrowhead. Chiefs favored by
Chiefs.
9.5.
Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chiefs too. They already beat the Broncos on that pretty good Monday night game a couple weeks back. I think the Broncos, I don't know what they need. I think they kind of need like a total rebuild, especially on offense. But Chiefs are just a way better team.
Right.
Taking the Chiefs too. Very interesting game for us to keep an eye on, especially if we win tomorrow. Hopefully we fucking do. Redskins at the Giants. Probably the weirdest line of the week, even though, you know, the Giants always play the Skins tough. It's Giants by 1 at MetLife. I am taking the New York Giants, even though they just traded away half their fucking defense.
Which makes no sense. You're taking the Giants even though they traded away
I
half their
think
team.
I just think that they own the Skins, and like they got to get a win somewhere. They're going to be 115. I don't know if they're that fucking bad. I
Yeah.
mean, this is a game that not that they should win, but I think they can win. So I'm taking the Giants.
I just feel like that point.
It's a calling an upset.
I just think that point spread's a mind fuck. I'm sorry, Scotty. The Redskins aren't going to lose this game. It's just the Giants. Listen, the Giants they suck.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're terrible. All right, let's just face it.
Do they have
guys.
any? They have no heart.
They have no
can't
heart.
play against the Skins.
Now in my pick'em pool, I'm going to pick the Giants because of the point spread, and I think it's fucked up. But realistically, there's no way the Skins should lose this game.
They shouldn't in reality.
Yeah.
But this is football is not always reality.
But in the
right?
gambling world, anything goes. So that's
I'm taking
the
first. We need the Giants to win. I'm still being an Eagles fan here, so I'm taking the Giants.
Yep.
Next game, kind of like an underrated game. Both these teams just hanging around in the NFC, like wild card picture, you could say. Seahawks, Lions. Both teams at 3-3.
Seahawks.
Lions favored by 3. I'm taking the Lions here.
Really?
Lions had a good win last. That's who they beat. The Dolphins lost to was the Lions. Had a good win last week. That Lions win against the Patriots earlier in the season. I think the Lions going on a little bit of a run here.
Yeah.
I've always liked Matthew Stafford.
You like Matt Patricia?
I don't know if I like him, but I think I don't know. I think the Lions can win like 7-8 games this year.
Where's the game at?
It's in Detroit.
It's in Detroit.
Seahawks coming off that like extra long bye week, the London trip. I'm just seeing the Lions win.
I got Seattle.
All right, I'm taking the Lions. Already covered the Bucks Bengals. All right, probably the fucking stinker of the week. This game's at 4:05 for some reason. Probably because it's out in Oakland. Colts Raiders, two of the worst teams in the league.
Raiders.
I am taking the Raiders too. It's Indy by 3. But again, like the Raiders got to win somewhere. Their schedule is like they suck, but their schedule is tough from here on out. The Colts won last week in a blowout against the Bills, and Derek Anderson is the starter for the Bills. I'm taking the Raiders too. They just traded Amari Cooper. Oh my God! Can you imagine being a Raiders fan right now?
Yeah,
all the turmoil in that.
Hey, they have a
locker
ton
room.
of first-round picks though.
They do, but no one wants to see their team fucking lose for the next 9 weeks.
They're
so.
gonna no, but this is the thing of an Oakland Raiders fan. You actually should be happy because you guys are gonna suck next year too. But you have Gruden for 10 years, which is a good thing because he's a good head coach.
You think he'll turn around eventually, right?
He's a good head coach. If you give Gruden Tua from Alabama, that he's gonna be a stud. There's no hope for Derek Carr left on the Oakland Raiders.
So
There's
you're
none.
done with Derek Carr.
I'm done with him on the Raiders. Their chemistry is done. All right. So if you wait one more year, if you suck for one more year with all these first-round picks, go grab Tua from Alabama.
They're kind of like pulling a Sixers here in
Yeah.
a way. Do you definitely see that with all the
Process,
You
yep.
know, trust the process, Oakland.
Yep.
And they'll go to Vegas. This team is definitely trying to transform into something. So we'll see. Pick them to win on Sunday though.
Mhm.
Okay, another just fucking awful game. 49ers Cardinals.
Oh God.
San Francisco by 1.5. Both these teams are a fucking lowly 1-6.
Okay.
This is another just pick'em game. I think Cardinals won this last time. 49ers have been playing a little bit better. They've been blown out, but they played the Packers tough on that Monday night. I'll go with the 49ers, just a random. Kyle is actually about to flip a coin
All right.
now.
49ers heads, Cardinals tails.
And it is heads.
49ers.
We're both agreeing on the 49ers then.
Yep.
So many bad games this week, but it is what it is.
Yep.
I'm sure that game will someone will score 40.
Yep.
You know, let alone knowing this league. Next, America's Game of the Week. Packers at the Rams. Aaron Rodgers,
Oh my
Jared
God.
Goff. Rams favored by 8. I'm going with the Rams, but I think this game will be closer than the point spread.
So you would take the points with the Packers.
I am taking the points, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go Rams, and I think it'll be a blowout. I think the Rams.
I know
win-
you hate the Packers.
I think the Rams win by 27 points.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think the Packers are that bad with Aaron Rodgers. I think they'll be alive at the end. That NFC North, who's going to win that? I think all 4 teams could win that division.
You have to understand something, bro. The Packers almost lost at home to the 49ers.
Yeah.
All right? The Packers are a bad football team. They're going to get trounced by the Rams, like badly. Like it's going to be so bad they may forfeit the game. It's going to be terrible.
I don't see that happening. I think Aaron Rodgers can pull something out of his ass and make this a shootout.
This is another thing I got to say, all right? I don't know what it is. It's not just you. I don't know what it is with people not being scared shitless of the Rams. All right? The Rams, to me, are better
Just
than...
heading above everybody else.
To me, the Rams are better than the 2007 Patriots. They're just a godly football team. Like, if this team doesn't win the Super Bowl, that would be a disaster. Like, this team is so well built. They're so well coached.
I think they haven't really been tested yet.
It's not about being tested. They went to Denver in the cold,
Yeah,
and
Denver,
they
though.
made a mockery out of them.
Their best win's Minnesota by far.
Yeah, and they scored tick for tat. Their defense was terrible that game. And they scored, 45 points?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I want to see them against the Saints. They play the Chiefs on a Monday night game in Mexico. That should be a fucking outstanding game.
Why is every game in Mexico, like fucking London? It's an American sport. What the hell is that all about?
There's fans everywhere, bro. I got to spread the
Come
love.
on.
I'm taking the Rams, though, but I think the Packers keep it close. I think, just because of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Finally, a great game on Sunday night. We've been lacking good primetime games as of late.
We had one last week. We had a
What?
good one last week.
What?
That's the Bengals and Chiefs.
Yeah, 40-point blowout. That
Yeah.
was great. I think that put me right to sleep.
Yeah.
Right after the fucking
Good snooze fest.
Yeah, right after the Eagles game. It's just what I needed.
But you saw Showtime, so it doesn't matter.
Showtime is fun to watch. I like that Patriots-Chiefs game. That was great.
That was a good one.
And also that Broncos-Chiefs game on Monday night.
Yeah, it won
Chiefs
a
are really
dollar
good in
to-
prime time. They should be in prime time more.
Yep.
Saints-Vikings rematch of the Minnesota Miracle from the playoffs last year.
Vikings.
I'm taking the Saints. Saints are favored by 1.5. I don't think the Vikings are that good. I just
Really?
don't. I don't like Kirk Cousins. I think the Saints are on a mission. Drew Brees is on a mission. I think he could win the Super Bowl and retire this
And they
year.
have Ingram back.
Saints might be unstoppable.
Yeah.
I think they're the best team in the NFC, maybe the best team in the league,
Mm-hmm.
especially at home. This is at Minnesota, but Minnesota plays in the Dome now. This is Drew Brees'
Yeah.
This is Drew Brees' time. This is going to be a shootout. I'm taking the Saints.
The Saints. Yeah, I got Minnesota.
All right, and then another shitty primetime game, Monday Night Football, Patriots-Bills. Patriots favored by 14 points.
No way in fuck the Patriots cover that point spread.
Bills are bad. They're starting Derek Anderson.
They're bad, but 14 points is a lot.
The
in the
Colts
NFL.
blew them out. How much? Let me go back. How many points did the Colts score against them last week? Where is this freaking game? Oh, no, it wasn't the Colts. I don't know what I'm talking. I don't know what. Oh, here it is.
Did it.
Colts Bills 37-5.
No, that's bad.
Okay, and that's the Colts against the Bills. What will the Patriots do against the Bills?
That's bad.
Patriots win 40-7.
Okay.
And that's our weekly picks of the week. Not too many good games this week, so wake up early. See that Eagles Jags. That might be one of the best games.
Kegs and eggs.
Besides Saints Vikings.
Yep. Oh, shit.
Alrighty then.
But you know what? Yeah, we're done talking about the Eagles. They either win tomorrow or they lose tomorrow. Wouldn't change my mind process because
Do or die in London, right? Put up or shut up.
Huh?
Do or die.
Do or die.
Do or die.
The bad dental out there. Do or die.
As
Oh
my
my
headset
God.
falls off. All right, you want to go to
shit.
some YouTube comments?
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Let's see what we got on here.
Giants by 1. What the fuck? Said NJ Sports Fan 95. Yeah, I don't get that line either. Miami lost to Detroit last week. Final Flash said, yep.
They're chopping us out there.
Lindell Cunningham said, nah, Wentz is going to ball out when we play the Rams. The story is perfect. Remember, Wentz would have threw the 4-6 touchdowns if he didn't get hurt.
I think that we could beat the Rams and just fucking would make no sense how we're playing now, but a lot can change by that time.
I would love for Wentz to have a revenge game there, but what kind of position are we going to be in when that comes around? You know?
Hopefully we don't get flexed out of that game, right?
Yeah.
For real. It's Sunday night.
Yeah, they'll be like, wow, the Rams are going to destroy this team. Let's flex it. Oh, God. And then what the fuck did Doug say last week?
I don't even watch him anymore.
He was like,
I just don't think he can speak to the media.
He was like, we lost, so the target's off our backs. Like, what the fuck is that?
And then the pressure, right?
What is that? You're the Super Bowl fucking champion. You're never gonna have pressure.
I just think he speaks out of his ass. I wouldn't take anything he says. I just listen to the way he coaches, not what he says.
Yeah.
You know?
No, well, whenever he comes out of the locker room or the tunnel coming onto the field, everyone's like, "Yeah, dog," and he's like, "Thank you, everybody." That's exactly what he does.
He's definitely a little awkward, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
Just a little bit. He wears that fucking visor every single week. Switch it up a little bit, dude.
Switch a little.
But I mean, whatever. I'm done talking about the Eagles. Let's talk about a good uprising. The Sixers.
The Sixers, right?
Let's do it. The Philadelphia 76ers.
The other great teams of Philadelphia, right?
All right. So I'm going to go on this. I was watching, what was it? The Fix on Wednesday.
Let's talk about the Sixers.
I was watching The Fix on Wednesday. All right. And people, I don't even know if it was The Fix. I think I'm guessing here. But there was a show this week that said the Sixers will be fine and that everything will be good to go. They're just like trying to get their feet wet and like trying to get everything
It looks
going.
bad right now, doesn't it?
You guys have to understand something. All right? This 76ers team
Beating
is
Orlando by 1.
not good enough.
Yeah, you guys are
They're-
atrocious.
We're not atrocious, Ralphie, but we're not good enough to compete. I said 4 to 6 seed this year after what I saw. Tom jumped on me. Everyone in the group chat jumped on me. I left that group chat, by the way. Fuck that group chat.
Oh my God, you're soft.
Yeah, no, I'm not soft. Everyone in that group chat hates me. Everybody. So I just left it.
Embrace it though.
No,
Embrace the hate.
Listen, I do embrace it, but when people start like photoshopping my picture and everything like that, I'm like,
yeah,
all
that's
right.
crumb move.
It is a crumb move, right? But whatever. No, you know what? People are in denial. They're in absolute denial. You have to trade Markelle Fultz. You have to go get a superstar like not Joel. What the fuck am I talking? Butler from Minnesota. You have to go get a
Timberwolves.
superstar. All right, Markelle Fultz. He can be a good player. I'm not gonna lie. I saw flashes, but he'll never be a great player. And you need a great player, which Jimmy Butler is.
I think he's gone.
You think so? Who do you think
Yeah.
they trade him for?
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, think so?
Yeah. I think that gets the deal done. Markelle Fultz for Jimmy Butler. Not straight up, but
Yeah.
I
I
think
think
he's
they'll
in
take
the
more.
package.
They'll take more.
I mean,
than
would you
that.
guys trade? I mean, you guys are Sixers fans. I'm a Lakers fan. I mean, I care less what
Yeah.
happens with Markelle Fultz and the Sixers.
Yeah.
But as a Sixers fan sitting here, right here to my left, Markelle Fultz for Jimmy Butler. Would you guys trade Markelle Fultz
Yes,
at this point in the
absolutely.
season?
Absolutely. They're asking
And
for
for everybody out there, Markelle Fultz for Jimmy Butler. Let me know down in YouTube comments.
Absolutely.
Well, then again, it would never fucking happen
That's what I'm
because
saying. It's gonna take way more than
no,
that.
the Houston Rockets are offering 4 first-round picks. for future.
Yeah.
I mean, why
Yeah.
wouldn't you if you're trying to if he could
That's
put
a
you
lot.
if he could put you over the top
That's
though?
a lot. That's
you
still not
know?
going to have you beat Golden State.
Well, yeah, it might get you to the fucking.
Yeah, but if you think about it in
Semifinals,
Houston's
though.
standpoint, those draft picks won't be anything because you're picking 25th to 32 or 30. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So those,
you're right.
And
four
one of those
first
picks,
round,
one of those
yeah.
picks could be a Markel Fultz pick too,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know. Markel Fultz is just a little awkward to me, but I don't know. I wanted to pick Jason Tatum, but we didn't get him. So that is what it is. And
It's just like when you're only beating Orlando by 1 point.
Yeah.
You know.
and everyone was freaking out. Everyone was fucking freaking out because I was like, "Oh, we're going to be a 4 to 6 seed this year." It's very possible. There are 4 teams better than us in the Eastern Conference right now. You have the Celtics, well, 3 teams. The Celtics, Raptors, and Bucks. They're all better than us. Every single one of those teams are better.
And it's not really close, right?
I would say the Bucks are closer to us, but the Raptors and Celtics are on a different level. And I don't think we do anything this year without a move.
Raptors are 5-0.
Yeah, they are. Kawhi Leonard was a big pickup.
People slept on the Raptors, man.
Yep, I did.
People are sleeping on the
I didn't.
Raptors.
Because DeRozan was a good player, but he's not Kawhi Leonard, and that's who you replaced
Yeah,
him
he's
with.
not. He's not a 3-and-D guy
Yeah.
or a two-way guard,
Yeah,
two-way forward. I should say.
and they need a defense. I actually
Yeah.
think the Raptors are better than the Celtics.
They could be.
I think they are. Because what I've seen from Kawhi Leonard, he balls there, man.
A 7-game series with them should be very interesting.
All I know is we're not on their level. So I think the Eastern Conference Final is going to be Raptors and Celtics. That's what I think it's going to be. Because I think we lose to the Raptors or the Celtics. And I'm being honest. I'm not trying to feed around the bush here. I'm telling you straightforward. The Sixers team's not good enough. They're not.
In
And
October, you know that, right?
yeah, 4 games, small sample size.
4
I
games.
already know that. You want to know why? Because we beat the sucky teams. We beat Orlando by 1 point.
Mhm.
All right. You go against teams like the Bucks, the Celtics, the Pistons.
Playoff
All right.
teams.
Pistons may be a playoff team.
Yeah, they'll get in.
Pistons, Celtics, Bucks.
Yeah.
You lose to all of them.
You're not gonna be playing the Magic, you know.
No, you're not. You're not.
Even, not even the Heat, you know.
No, you're not going to be playing any of those teams. You know, the Eastern Conference is getting stronger. It's been bad for years, and it's getting stronger quick. And
Even without LeBron in it.
well, LeBron leaving, he left because he doesn't-
LeBron leaving opened up many doors for other teams.
LeBron doesn't care about his basketball career anymore. He doesn't. He's
Yeah.
all about making movies.
He needs help.
He's
too,
about settling
you know?
down. He picked a young team that's not going to do anything this year. Maybe they'll find fruition down the road.
I mean, he wants help already. you
Yeah.
know?
Lonzo Ball's shot is atrocious.
I know.
Kuzma's shot's fucking atrocious.
Maybe they can get a LeVar Ball to play.
Piece,
you know?
what's that dude's name? KPG or whatever his name is? That guy's garbage. Pope or whatever his name is, garbage. The Lakers, that was obviously a move to like stop his finals record from getting really bad. Like he
Let's just not even make the finals at all.
yeah, he's
I don't know if that makes it. I don't know.
the Lakers.
that's
The
worse or
Lakers aren't beating
better
the
or
Warriors.
worse, but
The Lakers are not beating the Warriors. Nobody's beating the Warriors.
Nobody's beating the Warriors. Yeah,
Nobody is. Did you see that Knicks game last night?
yeah, it's pretty. It's
They were up
atrocious.
by 3, and they ended up losing by 28.
Yeah, it's atrocious.
It's so
it's just,
bad.
It's just not fair.
No, it's not fair at all. But you know, the NBA is just watered down, and until that team disbands, that's what we're gonna have to deal
and
with.
there's nothing they can really do about it.
No.
You know.
Yep, it's an all-star team, but man, they don't even have DeMar Cousins playing right now. It's gross. it's fucking bad. By the way, the Flyers are losing right now 3-1
Yeah, what
against the Newark
What
Islanders.
else is new?
Yeah, and I saw someone with a sign in the crowd. They were like, "You know what's scarier than Halloween?
Gritty.
The power play." It's so funny. I don't know what to say about the Sixers anymore though. I really don't. You know, every single year you come in and you're expecting this process to work, and I'm still for it. I am. But when you're Brett Brown acting like the GM this summer and you're like, "Oh, we're going to go star hunting. We're going to go star hunting. We're going to go find a star." And then you get absolutely nobody. That's where I draw the line. All right? That's where I'm like, maybe this process isn't going to work. Maybe you guys stop trying. Because nobody's going to want to come here because you're just feeding them a bunch of bullshit. And you're like, "Oh, we're going to beat these teams," when you're not. You're not going to do it. The Celtics are too quick for you. The Raptors now have a great defensive player in Kawhi Leonard. You're not going to do it because our team doesn't play defense. All right? Ben Simmons doesn't have a shot. Markel Fultz's shot is coming into its own, but still doesn't have a shot. Joel Embiid is the only franchise player right now that I would keep forever. I personally, guys, I wouldn't be opposed to trading Ben Simmons. I'm being honest.
For Jimmy Butler? No.
I wouldn't be opposed to trading Ben Simmons because this guy can't shoot the basketball, and it's never going to get fixed, ever. He averages a triple-double every night. I get that. But if you can't shoot in the league, you're never going to be a great player. You're just not. Like
It's the NBA.
Russell Westbrook can shoot. He can pass. He can rebound.
But he ain't clutch.
He's not clutch.
He
but
ain't clutch, baby.
Yeah,
He turned into West Brick during that Boston Celtics game the other night.
but you know what? OKC stinks. Like
the crazy thing, I think I saw the stats. Going the fourth quarter, Paul George and Russell Westbrook shot a combined 12 for 27.
Jesus.
In the fourth quarter.
Wow. No, I know.
Yeah,
I know
they're
they.
on 4 now.
I know they lost the game by 6 points.
Yeah,
And they're up by 10 with 5 minutes to go.
At one point, they were up by 18.
Jesus. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Who's their coach? Billy Donovan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to be Florida coach.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think he won back-to-back natties.
National titles with
Yeah.
Joakim Noah.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember that. But I don't know, guys. Like, our city, we want to be city of champions so badly, but the problem is we don't have the product to do it.
I tell you what, the
Yeah.
Eagles did set the standard though
Yeah.
of winning the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
They
So
set the
we're-
standard, and now no one's taking after
Yeah,
it.
nobody's
No.
taking the next step to do it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to be aggressive, too. Aggressive is definitely winning in sports.
Yeah.
That's why it's almost going back to the Howie Roseman trade. I would just do it just to do it.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah, exactly. But Howie Roseman's not going to make a move. I'm sorry, he's not. It's just this year. People have to understand something. I know we want the Eagles to win every year because we won our first last year. It was a beautiful moment. Broad Street was lit up. Okay, it was awesome. But you have to understand something. We're not going to win every single year. It's not going to happen. So, do I want to be the first team to go back to back since the Patriots? Yeah, absolutely.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, exactly. Who wouldn't? But it just doesn't happen every year. You know, that's why I wouldn't be against Howie Roseman not doing anything. Because if your team's not good enough with an upgrade at one position, is it really worth it? You know, is it worth it to get Le'Veon Bell as a rental? You're not going to pay him in the offseason. You know, is it really worth it?
It depends. If you go on a decent run, it's worth it.
Yeah.
You know, if you can.
Yeah,
make
but
the
this is a gamble. That would be a gamble because you don't know if you're going to go on a run. I mean, you don't know how much Le'Veon Bell is actually going to fix. You know, he can fix some of the points, but can he fix the
Is he even going to play this year? I mean, he didn't show up for
Well,
the
he's
Steelers.
got to
right?
play before week 10.
Or else what happens?
They can franchise tag him again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I mean, he might just quit football at this
Yeah.
point. You never know.
He doesn't. He wants to play.
But I mean, it is kind of fucked up that Pittsburgh's not paying him. Come on, man.
They don't want to.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
They have
But-
James Conner.
Well, I
They
think
don't wanna pay
they're
him.
like way past that point too.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, they see that he has 2 to 3 years left, and they
I
see
mean, yeah,
James
he is
Conner that's a
27.
lot younger.
Yeah, he's 27 years old. Le'Veon is.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
we don't know though. That's just like a projection. I mean, look at Adrian Peterson still playing. LaShawn
Yeah, but Adrian
McCoy.
Peterson's
AP's a fucking
beast.
different
Yeah,
animal.
but so is
Yeah.
Le'Veon. Le'Veon's the best back in the league.
Yeah, he's not AP.
He's not AP, but he's better than AP. Obviously, AP is now.
Yeah, but AP is probably one of the best backs of all time. Like, he's up there with Emmitt Smith, even though I think Emmitt Smith was really overrated. But Adrian Peterson's a fucking monster. Like, I remember games where he broke off like 10 tackles just to get to the end zone. Like, it was
I
ridiculous.
mean, he was the Vikings' whole team some seasons.
Yeah.
Most of the seasons. Was that like Brett Favre year?
Yep.
But I would put Le'Veon. I mean, like all time. I mean, I would put them in the same conversation though.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, he could catch out the
I just think
backfield. He could block.
I mean, Le'Veon was. He's the reason the Steelers made so many playoff runs the past couple of years. Honestly.
J Hot 247 said, "You know what they say: small wood, small load." That's funny. J Hot 247 said, "We need a running back." Yeah, that's we do. I mean,
Smallwood is not cutting it, right?
you have Corey Clement saying, "Oh, it's running back by committee. We can do this." Well, obviously not.
Yeah, I kind of overrated Clement a little bit. I mean, I still don't think he's
you
been
love
given.
Clement.
I still don't think they've given him a fair shake,
Oh my God.
but he goes down quick. He can't run in between the tackles.
No, he's not. I mean, he's not trash, but at the same time, he's not.
He's
your
a good
feature back.
change up back, like you said.
Yeah, he's not a feature back. and you need a feature back to succeed in this league. So, tomato, tomato, potato, potato. You get what you have, But I don't know what we're gonna do. At least the game starts early tomorrow, so if I'm mad, I could just go to sleep.
Yeah, either ruin your day early or make your day early, right?
Exactly. And then go grocery shopping in the afternoon.
Oh God.
And then
no drinking. You'll have energy to go grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Right?
Regarding if we win or lose, well, I'll probably watch football the whole day. But if you go grocery shopping, you grab the cereal and just throw it into your cart, and then someone's asking you what the fuck happened. Oh, the Eagles lost. Okay.
It's an acceptable reason.
Yeah.
I was actually working on a job on Monday for some lady, and she's like, "You shouldn't have wore that Eagles shirt today."
Yeah. Sure,
Some
go fuck yourself.
Some 70-year-old woman.
No, because on Monday I was wearing a hoodie because it's all I had that was clean. It said "We run the East," and someone was like, "Not now, you don't."
Not now, you don't.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it was a Giants fan too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So you want to go do anything goes? Close out
Yeah.
the show?
Let's do anything goes. It's your time to the fans, to say whatever you want. No politics, because I don't want to get into that. I don't want to throw stuff in this room.
No religion, right?
No religion either, like I was talking about on my stream last night, because someone brought it up. But yeah, you guys could ask whatever you want, and everything goes pretty much. So go away.
Anything goes with the Hooligans.
What do you want
right?
to say? Anything goes. What do you want to say?
I don't know, man. Anything goes.
Mhm.
Whatever you want. Good conversation, good debate.
And no adult talk. Like I had some of that.
You had a lot of that last night.
I had some of that on my stream last night, but my stream is different.
I
than
think
this
that was
show.
like after hours too.
Yeah, I mean,
you know.
I'm okay with talking about that on my stream.
This is a professional
This
platform.
is a professional platform.
Let's
so
keep it clean.
Let's keep it PG-13.
Yeah, no EDP type
No.
talk, right?
Nope.
Let's see if you got any comments yet.
Yeah, we had technical difficulties, everyone. We don't have picture. It is what it is. It happens
Yeah,
from time
it's
to time.
from the nor'easter and the rain.
I mean,
whatever.
when A2D first started, that's all it was audio. It wasn't videos. So we're
It
going
was
back
like
to the old school.
Yeah, it was like a live stream. It's actually our second time in like a month, but
Yeah.
we make it work.
Yeah, exactly. It is. And then Bryce Blackwell saying Sixers can't beat the Bucks, Raptors are Boston.
That's what you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
I talk about Murder's Row.
Yeah, I mean that's not as big as Murderers Row as the Eagles have, but it's pretty.
It might be
close.
because the Sixers are a weaker team.
Yeah.
Especially in a 7-game series, you're going to be exposed. Like you can get lucky in one game or have the ball bounce your way. You have to be better than that team.
Yep. Who says back at you with the back at you?
What?
A video maker on YouTube says that. Back at you with the back at you. Who says that?
Do not know why
Uh,
someone commented that.
I've heard that, but someone said Broncos. Final Flash said, since it's Halloween season, what's your thoughts on the Scream movies? Okay, good question. The Scream movies, I loved the first one. I thought it was very original, especially for its time. Then it just started shifting away from the focus, and it just started. You could tell they were just trying to make money off of it.
You love originals, too.
I love
I've
original
noticed
movies.
that.
I don't like when you try to make money off something and it's a shit product. The first Scream was good. The other ones, not so good.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Scream fan.
No. Like, my favorite movie of all time is Halloween, the original. And they
Yeah.
completely butchered this new one.
It was a horror comedy, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
when it didn't need to be.
Yeah, they butchered it. It was really embarrassing, honestly.
I mean, it's worth like a look, I guess, just to
Mm.
just to say that you saw it.
Maybe
I guess.
bootleg it.
Like it.
I mean, like you said, they killed the investigators too early on in the.
Yeah, I don't even know what was the point of having them in the movie.
Yeah.
If they're gonna die that early.
Yeah, I don't know either. That was weird. But Bryce Blackwell said LeBron wasn't coming here because of his wife. Plus they're getting Anthony Davis next year. Well, if the Lakers get Anthony Davis next year, they'd have to move some pieces because Anthony Davis is going to cost a pretty penny to bring there. And I don't think they're going to get Anthony Davis. I think Lakers fans think they could get everyone now because LeBron went there. But it doesn't matter because they're not going to contend with Golden State. So it doesn't matter who they bring in. All right, Golden State's too quick. They shoot the 3 ball with perfection. 3's better than 2, and people have to understand that. As long as this Golden State team's around, no one's going to beat them. It's just how it is. J-Hot said, Eagles fans are the best but delusional at times. I can write a book on the main problem of our teams is coaching, but the fans will say it's Carson Wentz's problem. No one's saying it's Carson Wentz's problem.
It's definitely the entire team.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, you could say every fan base and every sport's delusional.
Yeah.
Everyone wants their team to win. Same goal, so.
Bryce Blackwell said, "What's your favorite horror movies?" Like, I guess movies as in plural, like you and me.
I guess I would say Halloween, too.
Halloween.
That's probably my favorite horror movie. As of, like, old school, like, recent,
Yeah.
I don't know, there's just so many. I can't even think right now.
Yeah. I watch horror movies for days. I have some movies that would make you guys cringe, honestly, but I'm not gonna explain them because if you guys go look them up, you'll think I'm crazy. But yeah,
Honestly, Children of the Corn, the original, is pretty fucking scary.
Children of the Corn. I never watched it.
You never have?
No.
It's just very creepy.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a good one. The original one. I love how the girl was running through the forest for 2 miles.
Yeah.
Just like escaping them. That was insane. Do you guys watch the MCU? What's that?
MCU. I have no clue what that is.
Ralph, you know what that is? The MCU? No.
Yeah, what is that? Tell us and then we can answer
The best horror movie, the Eagles 2018 season.
it.
Yeah. It's pretty close.
Hopefully not yet, right? If it's a blowout, but I might complete the season.
Yeah. The Birds are the best horror movie?
The Birds.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's crazy because Vespi was on the show last week, and we were talking about if we did lose the game to Carolina, would the season be over? And I said yes, and I'm sticking by that. You know, Bryce Blackwell said MCU equals Marvel.
Couple Marvel movies.
Yeah,
here and
I'm not
there.
really into superhero movies anymore. I was when I was younger.
Yeah, no Guardians of the Galaxy or anything like
Nah,
that.
I'm not
No.
about it. You like Batista because he's WWE, right?
They're okay, those movies.
You love wrestling.
Yeah.
It's just like my friend Zomp. Yeah, I don't.
I don't love wrestling. I just keep up.
Wrestling
with it.
has a big crowd, and it's a bunch of 30-year-olds.
It's
I
definitely.
mean, it's cool, but
It's definitely gone downhill in the past
well,
couple
yeah, because
years.
it's
especially.
TVPG. Like it used to be, like all
They
rules go.
They don't really care about it as much anymore. It's more like a cookie cutter product.
Yeah.
But
Because John Cena isn't there anymore.
John Cena just needs to go away.
He was awesome. John Cena will go down as the best wrestler of all time.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh God, you're one
He-
of those.
John Cena brought in the biggest
Phones
crowds.
freaking out.
He was the most consistent.
Yeah, because they made
He
him
beat
that.
everybody.
They made him that way.
He beat everybody. Prayers for Roman Reigns. Yeah, I heard what happened to him.
Yeah, I actually cried about that. Won't even lie.
Yeah.
That was pretty sad.
Yeah.
Leukemia.
Yeah, 11 years. That's nuts.
Especially like in the prime of your career.
It
To have
sucks.
to deal with that. It's fucking.
Yeah.
It's ugly, man. It's an ugly, ugly thing.
Yeah, he got rid of the belt.
Prayers go out to him and his family.
Yeah, fuck cancer. Smark Marks, what's that?
Smart marks
Yeah.
for wrestling means like they think they know more than they should about the product.
Well, I mean, you have to understand something.
They think they know what goes on behind the scenes.
I can
pretty much.
understand why people don't like John Cena. I can understand that because when I was growing up, I did watch a lot of wrestling, and I knew John Cena as like the heel. All right, I knew him as the heel because he came up as like this rap thug. Like he was really heel. He used brass knuckles.
Mhm.
He used a chain, and then all of a sudden he turned into this good guy out of nowhere. And people always wanted him to go back to the heel John Cena,
But
and it never
they
happened.
made way too much money off of him
Yeah.
for them to do that.
It just never happened. Now he did have a cameo. I remember this one old school show. They brought him back for one time. This was back in 2013, where he was in that character, and that was pretty cool. But yeah, fans always wanted to see him go back to the heel John Cena, and it never
And
happened.
there was actually a rumor that he was going to do that, but Vince stopped it at the last minute. Got cold feet. So
because too many kids.
yeah, he was
look up to him.
he was their bread and butter too. I
Yeah.
mean, he did sell out arenas. I'll give him that, but there's controversy around
He's the
every,
most profitable.
there's controversy around every top guy. You can look at Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold, The Rock. I mean, they all stepped over somebody to get to where they were at.
Like my friend worships Triple H. Like
Triple H is probably the most
he-
boring.
he loves
guy in the world.
He loves Triple H because he's always heel. He never changed his character.
Yeah, he was faced with like DX
Yeah,
and stuff, but
yeah. But I mean, like when he beat up Ric Flair, like almost turned him into a bloody pulp. Like I remember that. That was Raw Homecoming. Like what? Like 10 years
I think
ago.
it was like 05, 04,
Yeah.
something like that. More than 10 years.
Yeah, definitely. Do I believe in sports conspiracies? Yes, I do. WWE died in 2010. That's what somebody said.
That was a bad year.
Yeah.
Even just recently, you got all these like smaller, like they call them indie workers,
Right.
type of not like as big muscular guys.
Yeah.
It just wrestling is definitely
Like Daniel
changed.
Bryan.
Well, not even Daniel Bryan. I think Daniel Bryan might be exception to the rule. But
Daniel
I'm talking
Bryan
about,
fucking
I'm
sucks.
talking about like Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, people like that.
Daniel
now.
Bryan is awful.
Think he's awful?
He's awful.
He's really good in the ring.
He's terrible.
Terrible in what way?
He's just bad. Like he just doesn't fit. Like I mean, if you want to be a little realistic, all right, you can't have Daniel Bryan going up against Triple H.
Or like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, you want to be a little realistic. Like set him up with Rey Mysterio or someone like that. Like that, someone with that size. You know, it's
Definitely have to suspend your disbelief. I know you're a huge UFC fan, so I guess you think of it from
well, yeah,
that
because it's real fighting.
from that aspect.
Yeah.
But yeah, wrestling's fantasy land, so
Yeah. That's true.
people are more acceptable.
Like the Hardys coming out of WrestleMania.
Yeah, people accept it more.
Yeah, it's more like entertainment.
Oh, it's definitely a show. That's for sure.
Yeah. Who's winning the Stanley Cup?
Philadelphia Flyers, right?
Absolutely not. I'm gonna go with Nashville.
It's definitely. I feel like hockey is almost kind of like the NFL, where it's like almost a total toss-up. You know?
Yep. I don't know. We'll see. Vespi asks, don't ask Roscoe about how he feels about Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. I'm not the biggest wrestling fan. I do follow it because everyone on Twitter does, and I used to follow it a lot more. But yeah, it's watered. It's a watered down product now. Triple
So there's
H.
only so much you can do and do different, storylines, different things.
Triple H has always been the same though. Like he's always been heel, and it's always fit his description. But like he said, he's kind of boring.
he's definitely boring, but he's definitely a dick too. I mean, he's definitely gotten better, like with NXT and bringing in the younger talent. But I mean, all of these guys have a checkered past.
It's funny too because NXT is like this big thing now, and they just said Vince McMahon has never watched an episode.
Yeah. I believe. I think he has now, but I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a one of a kind type of dude, man. The stories you hear about Vince is crazy.
And Lindell said when Jeff Hardy left, it was never the same.
He left him. Which time? He left so many times. I think he left the last time was in 08 and he came back. I don't know.
Yeah. And Roman Reigns should come back with new finisher. His flying punch is stupid as fuck.
I guess. I mean, for Reigns, I think we just got to think about, unfortunately, his real life stuff right now.
Yeah. You know what I thought was
he's the biggest babyface when he comes back.
You know what?
I don't know if he's ever. Think he'll ever be booed again?
No.
After that,
Do you know it was the biggest balls move ever? And I was actually watching the episode on Monday. Roman Reigns announces what happened, and the Shield they come together as one, and what's his name? Seth Rollins starts crying.
Yeah.
And at the end of the show, they have Dean Ambrose turn on him.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the biggest balls move ever.
Well, I think they wanted to get your mind off of it too, in a way, and the show must go on, of course. But
yeah,
I don't know. That was a really, really hard moment though to watch. Really special.
J Hot said, "Is it the foods, the plastics? Something is causing people to come down with cancer." No, you know what it is. We're all born with cancer cells, and
it's literally just like
it's in you. Yeah, it just depends if it gets activated by something stupid.
Now there is like plantations like waste.
Yeah.
But you will never know how much that contributes to anything.
Right.
There's no way to test that. And it just sucks, dude. Like my sister actually got over lymphoma back in June. She's been in remission since June now, so it can happen to anybody. It's just crazy.
Yeah, and it's good shit, man. You got over it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's really cool. And then Lindell said, "I personally don't think Roman will be back for a while." I mean,
I wouldn't. The leukemia is serious, dude.
That's serious.
That's blood cancer.
Yeah.
Like, there's no cure for that right now. You get
so
into
he's gonna
remission.
go bald.
I mean, yeah, if you do chemo, you gotta go bald. I mean, the hair's probably not the biggest thing. It's just like losing your strength, and you just like turn into like a blob. Unfortunately, that sounds really fucked up, but like, your life is the most important thing.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
not your physical appearance at the time.
Exactly. Like in the movie Creed, like Rocky Balboa's character, like he didn't want to go for treatment, and
you have to, or you're
and he did. Which the second Creed,
it's just crazy how there's not. We're talking about cancer right now.
It's crazy.
It's crazy that there's not a cure yet.
Yeah.
After all this time, but you could say that about tons of things. People still get sick, and there's no easy fix.
Yeah.
You know.
It's crazy.
Science can only go so far.
It can, and Creed 2's coming out this Thanksgiving. I can't wait. You know.
That should be a really good movie.
The first one was great. The Creed #1 was awesome. Like I saw it 4 times in the theater. and I heard there's pills you could take for cancer. There's definitely a cure out there. They're just not releasing it. I really believe that there is a big cure that cures it almost immediately, but the pharmacies,
which is so fucked up. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll never know, but there's so many things in this world, like,
yeah,
theories and whatever that
Yeah.
just don't get released to the public.
yeah, it's fucked
We're
up.
too much in our own lives as it is,
Exactly. You gotta live every day like it's your last. That's why I do sports talk radio, because it's a release for me from the everyday life, and you just gotta live your life accordingly.
It's like a distraction from the bad things.
Going on in
yeah.
life. This is what we're here to do. We're here to talk about the good things with you guys, and unfortunately, this came to conversation, but sometimes this stuff comes in the way, and we do discuss these things because we are human beings like you guys, and it comes at different times. You never know, but it came up with Roman Reigns, and we're praying for him. When Edge announced his retirement, someone cried.
Yeah, that was a really good retirement speech, and it's a shame his career was cut short, but Edge was awesome.
Yeah.
Such a great character.
Yep.
That's the perfect word to describe Edge.
Yeah, Edge was great.
Such a great actor.
Yeah.
You
He was phenomenal. Him with Lita and
everything. Just
yeah.
outstanding.
He was one of my favorites of all time.
And now he's like such a nice dude walking around, like he never did all this like bastardly stuff.
Yep.
It's just crazy.
Exactly. Someone said he might come back in 4 years.
Who? Roman?
Reigns. Yeah.
I don't think it'll be that long. God damn.
Yep.
But it's a shame because his career, like, he's gone through a lot. Not that we don't all go through stuff. And I mean, look at him. He's obviously like a top guy now. But being booed and trying to get over. But it just sucks. He's had a lot of obstacles thrown in his path. But that's all of us.
All right, and he said the Romanian guy is playing a character of Ivan Drago's son. Yeah.
Oh, and Creed too.
Yeah.
That's really cool, actually.
And the last one before we have to leave. Do you guys believe in aliens and other worlds?
Okay, I think we went off the rails.
It's just a little
This
bit.
is the Hooligans, so I guess aliens. I don't know, dude.
I don't believe in aliens.
I think there's definitely like past lives.
maybe other worlds,
but-
not aliens though.
Yeah, got enough. There's a lot. I think there's like spirits out there for sure, spirit and energy, but
100%.
I don't know about aliens.
All right. Well, I will have my live stream tonight.
We covered everything today. Didn't
Red
we?
Sox Dodgers tonight. I'll be doing another live stream. Hopefully, it doesn't go 10 hours again. Join me there later. Thank you for joining us on Hooligans. Me, Scotty, Ralphie.
Appreciate it,
behind the mic.
guys. Eagles Jags tomorrow.
Eagles Jags. Wake up early. Kegs and eggs. Here we go.
9:30.
All right. See you guys next Saturday.
See you guys next week.